saying Tom Brady, Tampa Bay.
Ex- Hold on, guys. We need to go on break. Just 1 second.
Wow.
How dare
Let me know when.
Sorry. I just had to take care of something really quickly. Don't worry about it.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome
Dalton to the Patriots.
Oh man, this is gonna make things a little complicated, but I do have to kick him from the. I have to kick him from the call. Sorry, everybody. It's gonna make this a little. I know. Should I get the picture back up? Should I do that whole thing again?
I could show you this really cute cat banana bed that somebody sent me today.
Oh, really? Adorable.
Yeah. Here, hold on.
Hell yeah. We need Wade anyway for the
This
show.
little
So
bed. Look at this, Mike. You would appreciate this.
I do appreciate that.
It's a little banana.
It is a little. It's like a Donkey Kong banana kind of
I
thing.
know. Wade could fit right in here.
I know
Oh,
what
he's
else
adorable.
I could put in that banana bread bed.
Hmm?
I know what else I could put inside there.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I was just gonna let it. I was just gonna let it sit. Like that wasn't a good joke. So,
Wasn't a joke.
welcome back, everybody, to Lost Initiative, Star Wars: Forgotten Legacy, Week 9. Week 9.
Wow, it's already been 9 weeks.
I know, right? We're getting to we're on next week's double digits. Wow, that's crazy.
Damn.
Time flies.
God damn it! That's what I get for
Why are you
We're
trying
on a
like? Why are
streak.
you trying to sneak it by me anyway, dude?
Hype train. Let's get
You really want to already start with the rerolls?
Look, I did
God.
light side 2 weeks in a row. I carried my
You got to
part.
carry it again.
The
Oh no!
only
Now
time hype train benefits me,
Really? 3 dark
is if we're
sides?
rerolling this.
3
Yeah.
dark sides.
I know this is really
Yeah.
bad going in.
Oh
God.
It is really bad going in.
Oh
Well-
God.
We could always reroll.
Oh no. Let's deal with this because they're gonna
You know,
hype trains.
eventually, we're going to
They're
have
gonna
to
hype
depending
trains
on
to ruin
chat to
my
make
life.
or break us. We're going to have to carry our own.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys
Asses
carry your
one
own
day.
mistakes
I
for
agree.
a while here,
'Cause,
chat.
again, it is the theme.
I mean,
hype train
players,
will only
not
be done
chat.
if I do something really well. It's the only time it'll be done. So
Yeah, pretty much.
I hope I do mediocre all session.
No, because last session at the very start, we got to reroll the. One of the sessions we got to reroll our destiny pools.
Yeah, it did,
Yeah, that was 2 episodes ago.
it did nothing.
It didn't. We rolled the exact same.
That's not their fault. They tried to help.
I'm
mean,
fully
it's true.
expecting the first half of the session to go as the last 3 sessions have gone with Scott and I. So
We'll see what happens. It's an exciting day, an exciting session planned for you all tonight after the disastrous reroll.
Mike got
of
you a
Astrogation.
lightsaber?
Put that
I
away,
wish.
Wade.
I paid
yet.
for this thing myself.
Not yet, Wade.
Oh, you
Not-
bribed Mike to give you a lightsaber? Pat, Mike got you a lightsaber too? Does Krasa have one?
No, God, no. I don't like you enough.
Listen, Mike said we could both have lightsabers if we used them on you. We had to remove Krasa from the episodes
Can we green
permanently.
screen this into a lightsaber? It's a wicked thick lightsaber.
hold on. Unsheath the blade. Go.
Man, I got you.
You see, it's such pure light that you
There
just
it is.
can't. You just can't see it. Oh, be careful. Oh,
I didn't put
man.
the blade. My
Yeah.
blade is detached at the moment for the sake of portability.
Well, Scott, since you're the only one without a lightsaber of any sort, then you need to recap what happened last episode.
He's just got a really
Do you have a
sharp little
lightsaber?
butter knife.
Yeah,
Where is it? Really?
Oh,
I heard it. I didn't see
Really?
it, but I heard it.
I said
Really?
of any kind. I said
Really?
of any kind. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a flashlight. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, really? He like drives out to Walmart.
Turn the light off.
He had
Last
an easy
session-
way. He could have just used a green screen and put a lightsaber in his background, but
My
Could've.
green
Not that
screen,
smart.
I haven't hung it. I had to have because meetings. I kept getting them canceled last second. And so
your
then
lips are moving, but all I see is this.
Well, I had somebody come here from work, but they don't know at work what I do. So I had
good
to
to keep
hide
yourself
everything.
private.
Yeah, nobody knows what I do, so I had to hide everything. It was awkward. Then I forgot to put away my stream deck.
Wait,
and
wait.
So someone
Lean
was
back
like,
further.
I don't know if I gotta adjust my chair, and I don't know if I can do it in these gloves.
Conserve your. Oh, that's fair. Conserve your energy. You know, you're gonna
Yeah.
need it later, especially you.
Oh, great. Is that because Scott can't roll anything?
All right, Scott, I'm ready for you to continue your story.
No, story's ruined officially. Momentum.
We did
Oh, it was
it!
so good. The
Hey!
momentum. What
I
makes
was
you think
curious-
the momentum was here?
I was curious about what happened to the stream deck.
So somebody saw it and they were like, "Why do you have a stream deck?" And I was like, "Huh. Funny thing about stream decks,
You
they
should
really
have asked them. Flip it. How do you know about stream decks?
No. That
Okay.
doesn't really answer my situation. I was like, well, they're really good macro devices. Like you can do a lot of stuff with Stream Decks where you just press one button and it takes care of a whole bunch of stuff on your computer. So it's really nice just to have like these really nice macro setups, especially when you're playing certain types of games. It's cool to have macro setups. So anyways, let's get back to what we were working on.
I was
not
asking you to
wrong.
recap because you don't have any lightsabers.
Yeah.
Why him? Why encourage him to talk more? This is a terrible idea.
I try,
Some biddy walked up to the ship and was like, "Yo, I want a piece of that." And
Right,
Wade was like,
okay.
"I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna go along with it because I
I'm
have
not gonna argue.
no ability to be smart at all." And then, yep, you're welcome. And
You woke him
Lights
up
on.
though.
and then we watched what happens, and then found out that you killed a bunch of my people because you're terrible. We stole your holocron. We were better than you at the holocron, and then we traveled for a long period of time to have Mike forget
Stop,
that somebody
Pat,
might
stop.
meet-
No, I know
Stop,
exactly
Pat.
where
Yes!
Stop,
because
Scott,
before
stop.
you even go further, I know exactly where we are, Scott. You detected something on your radar, but you see nothing outside because you
He
got re-rolled.
Forgot to have somebody roll to see whether or not they're going to leave the ship on one of those last couple planets, and so they stayed on the ship anyways. And here we are, almost like a Thar. We just rolled horribly.
Stop, Scott. Stop, Scott.
Yay,
Stop,
we have
Scott.
an engineer. Sorry. I like that.
Pat, listen, that button keeps getting reset because every time I reset my computer, it goes back to defaults.
I didn't even do anything.
You did like 8 episodes ago, and that's when that button was made.
This is episode 8. So you mean before the game started?
Yes.
Apparently,
Was it being porn?
I guess.
probably.
Yeah.
Did I
We
recap well
also
enough for
left
you?
off having Scott having to re-roll his astrogation check thanks to
Alright.
chat.
Yeah, you guys, fuck you. Okay, seriously, fuck you.
And
Right.
you failed. And what ended up happening is you snapped out of hyperspace somewhere in dark space because there was no hyperspace lane to lead you to where you're going to go. You heard a rather large explosion. Your engineer shouting from the engine room, "It's not supposed to be smoking like that." And your radar picking up something in front of you, but staring out the windows on the bridge, you see no physical actual thing there.
Oh, yeah,
That's
never-
where we left off.
Space for you.
That's what Scott's wife said about him.
What?
That's where we left off.
You hear the physical ping, and you look out, and there's just not much there.
Oh,
Okay, all right. That was a little late. I'm not gonna lie. I'm with Scott on that one. I didn't understand that's what it was coming from.
that's okay. Wade has a terrible sense of humor. Speaking
Sorry,
of
I
terrible
was half
senses of
dozed
humor,
off because I was still thinking about this fact that Scott had talked for 20 minutes already. We've only been live for 10.
I can talk for more if you'd like.
I know you can. Oh. That's why Mike leaves the call. Like, as soon as we're done with the after show, Mike's like, "I'm bouncing."
I'm
And
out.
Scott's like, "Did I ever tell you guys about the whole year I was 4 years old?" Let
I've
me start
I've
with
heard all of
January.
these stories at least 100 times at some point
Yeah.
in the past like
No,
15,
it goes like
20
this, Wade.
years.
Let me tell you about second grade. It was the best 2 years of my life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scott
only
stayed
2.
back.
I'm sure you spent more than that there.
No, just 2. just 2.
What's out in dark space, Mike?
That's so Mike. The scene opens once again fades in from black on the bridge with Bato, Krasa, and Varen staring outward and hearing the explosion behind them and the shout of the engineer. Left with options of what to do next. You're not entirely sure what happened. You were certain your astrogation plotting points were correct, and yet the dangers of the hype of dark space are uncalculable.
I think I can calculate it.
Is that what you say?
Where
I think I can calculate our out.
where are we? Where's Cathar?
Well, it seems as though this upgrade to ship, we missed the details. You see, during last week, Tyler who watches show religiously, actually messaged me and said that we fucked up what ship fix. So I blame Storyteller for not keeping track of things that's supposed to be upgrade, and this is why this happens.
Isn't that your character sheet with the ship on it that you have been
Excuse
keeping?
me, who here is Storyteller?
Who here's supposed to be taking notes? That's like you yelling
I
at me
take
about
notes.
Hat of Loud and then telling me
Oh, no.
it's your fault.
I
Hat
can't
of
take
Loud.
notes.
No.
That's exactly what
We are
this
not
is.
going down this tangent right now, Michael.
I'm just
Save that for
saying
the
it's
after
the same
show.
thing. I'm just saying it's the same
Save it
thing.
for the after show.
I'm
As
just
the
saying.
costumed big draw to the program here, I cannot take notes. My presence alone is my gift to you. Therefore, I'm exempt.
I'm just here. I have snacks.
So
Pat brought the snacks. I brought the costume.
you have
Scott, that
a
leaves
smoking engine room and an engineer behind you and a pinging radar in front of you. What is it that you do? What's the first action that happens? Okay.
I say, Varen, a phone for you.
Baron, what?
The phone is for you. The comms, they are for you.
Great. Where are we?
We do not know this yet, but somebody is hailing us, so we should probably.
There's no
answer.
hailing. Your radar is simply pinging. That's
Oh,
all.
sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, I was wondering who the
Erase
fuck.
that. Erase that. Sorry, radar thing.
That's fine.
I
That's
didn't say it
fine.
was hailing, sorry.
I was wondering. I was like, I kind of tuned out for a little bit. I
Oh,
was
it's
like,
we're just Star Trek?
phone?
I was like,
Yeah,
never
just-
mind. Make
Bring it up
Yeah,
on
the
the main screen.
landline for some reason's going off. I didn't even know we had a landline.
Well, that's I was like, phone. Was he saying foam? What do you mean phone? The phone is for
I'm glad
you?
none of us had any fucking idea what Scott was on about. That's good.
off to a great start. All right, so let's go back a second. I'm so sorry.
That's
I say,
totally fine. Continue.
I do not know exactly where we are. The systems seems like a miscalculation, but there is something in front of us that our senses is not picking up. Makes sense. We only have short range sensors since we have not upgraded yet. But you know
When you mumble, it makes it hard to hear you.
what? There is something up ahead.
Al Rasha, what's up with the engines? What's her name?
She shouts, "That's not my name!" And she comes back out.
That's not my name. That's not
And
my
as
name.
she comes up, she's like covered in your stereotypical like black smoke and soot as she's like coughing and like wiping her face clean. She looks to you. She's like, "Well, I don't know what the hell you did, but we ain't going anywhere for at least a few days."
I don't think we are anywhere.
Well, good. Then we're not moving from nowhere. The hyperdrive's out. Sublight engines still work fine.
Bada would just look to Cross and be like, "Why don't you know how to fly this thing?"
You don't know how to fly this thing?
Hold on. You're asking me, person who's been in vessels maybe 5 times more than you've seen, why I do not know how
You're
to
the
fly?
computers guy.
Not exactly. I'm not the astrogation guy. I do not do things like this before.
What about him? He's the captain.
First time I ever do astrogation, you saw me do it, and things went a bit sideways. Looks like same situation.
Varen, try to figure out what's wrong with the hyperdrive. Cross and I will figure out where the hell we are.
Oh, there's just more than one thing wrong with the hyperdrive.
Listen,
It's not.
There we go. I solved
What
the
is
issue.
it
There's
wrong
more than
with
one
the
thing wrong with the
hyperdrive?
hyperdrive. You can go back to fixing the hyperdrive. We'll sort out the rest.
Well, the energy cells are depleted. The coolant's leaking everywhere. The actual engine itself has a hard time even getting a signal to the ship at this point. There's just a lot that's not exactly working right now.
Work on it. Do what you can. Let us know where you're at. We can't exactly go out and get supplies. We're stuck with what we have. Make it work the best you can. We'll try to figure out the rest.
All right, yeah, all right, on it. And she just turns and heads back right into the engine room without saying much more of a word.
Cross, so we need to figure out where we are. Check astrogation, something. Botto, there's a ping. I don't know what it is. It could be nothing. It could be something. It could be somebody. Be
you would
prepared
make
for
a perception check with the ship, correct, Scott, to use the scanners to scan an object?
Yes, I want to say you can actually
Except-
just check right on the
The handout. Actions, no.
It's under the actions, incidentals, and maneuvers. Inside there should be.
This is like Varen's first time actually being a captain. Wow.
Yeah, I was like
Delegating.
You friggin' did something on the ship.
All I'm doing is delegating. That's perfectly.
It's more than what you usually do. You usually just sulk and stare at a magazine or something.
Sulk and stare at
Well,
what?
she said something about like, isn't he the captain? And that kind of got his like captain pants going. So
Hello.
can
Is
thank,
that what Molly
Scan the
says?
enemy
Aren't
is
you the captain? He's like,
it is a perception check. It is
So-
going to be use the ship's scanners to study the enemy. On a successful check, learn what the weapon the ship has, any modifications, their system strain, blah 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 blah. So whoever is using the computer just uses their perception check.
I have one yellow, one green.
Mind you, whoever is doing this, that's fine. Just mind you, we only have short range sensors, so that means something is pretty close, like on a
Yes,
black
it is.
ship.
It is.
Pretty
You
close
like
to
came
us.
out very close to this thing,
I don't
Great.
have good perception.
and you see nothing.
Would be
One
able to.
yellow,
which
one
makes
green.
sense. That's pretty
Is that
cool.
the best perception
So,
we have? Is a single yellow?
Who's sitting? So we see basically the camera sees Varen turn around and command her to head back into the engineering room, and she heads right back to the engine rooms, no problem. You spin around and you'll see this blinking radar in front of you, and you all three of you kind of look at it and realize, all right, somebody needs to sit down in the chair and figure out who's going to use the scanner. Who takes the initiative to sit down and use the computers to scan this thing?
I guess me, because I just delegated everybody else to do stuff.
Okay, so
Well,
Varen steps forward.
Can I
Yeah.
co-help for just flying the ship? We can't fly anywhere. Never mind.
You're not flying anywhere yet. So Varen just steps forward without saying a word, sits down in the chair. I need a perception check, sir. Normally it would be against 3 purples, but for this particular, it is a 1 purple, 1 red difficulty.
Oh, all right. Sweet. So we have a 50-50 shot here, folks.
Okay. All right.
One yellow,
Alright.
one green versus one purple, one red. I'm not going to use a light side point because I don't
You
have
don't
any.
have any.
All right, here we go. Pop.
Nice.
Hey.
You succeed.
Nice, not bad.
Okay.
Stranger,
know,
do you
You're
want
the new
that?
computers guy now. You succeed at once, so from
Yeah,
now on,
suddenly
all
you're the
computer checks are on
expert.
you. That is.
Should I take that as strain or do you want that, Mike?
No, I'm taking
That's what
that.
happens when I succeeded one astrogation. I'm suddenly the expert.
So you do a scan of the area, and you Scott said, and in turn I imagine Cross kind of said it out loud. It's like our scanners are very short range. Whatever is there is very close.
I do
And
not
so-
like the way you do my acting.
We don't like the way you do it either, Scott. So
Yeah.
And so Varen punches in a few commands, and you see the pulse go out before you over on the grid, and it quickly outlines something vaguely reminiscent of a familiar type of vessel. I need a I think knowledge education check against simply 2 purple for this roll.
is this me or could this be anybody?
Anybody, you all see this appear on the
Oh, what is this?
What was the roll against what? I'm
against
sorry?
2
Leg-
purple.
Knowledge education, I think. Right?
Education, correct? Because it's no like knowledge starship.
Ooh, being useful there, Cross.
not
Hype
Hold on a
train.
second. Hype
Hype
train, would you like to
train.
ruin that for me? I had a moment.
It's too early for
Yeah,
that.
it's
I
early in
gotta
the
get
campaign.
a more important roll.
I
check.
rolled
That
well
wants to
early
ruin
on.
a knowledge check.
Education, or can I use? I was gonna say, can I use?
Do you see the
warfare?
roll he just got on education?
I'm not gonna be able to beat that. Are we all rolling or no?
No, just one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I
thought
said all of you. All of you.
Oh, we
yeah, I
all
was
are
gonna say. I
rolling.
thought we were all re-rolling.
I went to
Oh,
Catholic school.
You're all rolling knowledge education.
Against what? 3 purple?
2 purple.
2 purple. 2 purple. 2 purple. You want me to strain that?
You can take the strain on that one.
Did our strain from last time get reset?
Oh
or no?
god, it's been
Oh,
ages. Man.
God.
Okay, and Varen,
I
you
only
can
had
take
2.
that as well.
You sure you don't want that string? You can have that one, Mike.
I'm sure. Thank you very much. So first things first, you see the pulse of the scan, and you actually able to get a semi kind of vague silhouetted outline of a ship on the actual hollow display. While you all recognize it as a Hammerhead class ship, Crossa specifically recognize it due to some of the way the ship's built in the bulkier back end of it. It is a prisoner transport ship. Not that old, maybe within the past 50 to 100 years in terms of its build, which was still ships that would be used today. You detect, Varen, a single life form aboard. No other life forms ping. Beyond that, Crossa, with the Triumph giving you one more thing, you're sure somehow, that if a big enough energy burst hit it, whatever is cloaking it would likely short circuit. If you're able to even pick up the silhouette of this thing by doing just a short range burst, it's already weak. You're pretty sure an energy burst would probably just fry the thing.
Really?
Well, we don't have any weapons, so what do we have that can do energy bursts through? Hold on.
You could do
Space. There we go. Sorry, had to get that out.
I must remove him.
I don't have that button.
Wait, I
That's
can
unfortunate.
push your buttons if you'd like. Wait.
We'll talk after the show.
All right. So, will energy burst.
So that's the first thing Krasa says after all this information is just like recognized. You just start sitting energy burst.
Well, because you're saying to, you know what? I got all the other stuff that you were saying about how old it was, person transport, I got all that crap.
And
But
I'm saying
do know what
with the
energy burst
triumph
was
is
for.
what was it?
What was the energy burst for? Was it
I said the reason you can't see it is you're assuming there's a cloaking device. Yeah,
Oh,
but the
cloaking
fact
device
that
is
energy
so
burst-
advanced.
It's
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
it's so weak it can break
but
it.
it's so weak. You can still easily pick it up with something as a simple scan like that. So Krasa with the Triumph realizes that maybe some sort of energy burst would just fry the system and bring it down.
I literally say, let's, energy burst. Sorry, what is in front of us? It is an old hammerhead ship, perhaps 50 years old, at most 100.
There's only one life form I can detect upon it.
Well, it is prisoner transport, and some species do live longer than 100 years, so perhaps one of them, or perhaps a baby when things would go sideways. Either way, I'm sure they're quite stable.
Do
Very
normal
stable
prisoner
genus.
transports have cloaking devices?
Not that I know of, but I know very little about space vessels. Just little tidbits I pick up here and there, and it just sticks. So we can make this thing perfectly visible with an energy burst, but I do not know if we will be able to do that with a currently broken ship. Perhaps I can tap into their vessel and cause a burst on their side. I just need to see if there are any computers up and running.
Do what you can. If we can see this thing, perhaps we can at least figure something out. Whether they're friend or foe, or if they're in need of assistance, or...
Lato would be listening, but can he roll perception to see what kind of weapons are on this?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh well, actually, not without not without the cloaking down. You couldn't get like a detailed look at like the weapons on it. It was just a quick silhouette.
With my success with education,
you could
and
actually roll a warfare check.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a warfare check.
I was gonna say just off of being able to know a hammerhead.
Yeah.
And what Krasa just said.
Go ahead, give me that roll. I'll let you know the weapons as I look them up.
Against. Is it 2 purple?
This would be a relatively because it's specialized 3 purple instead of 2, so hard instead of average.
Oh,
strain that.
Take the strain. Yeah.
It's a lot of strain.
It would have turbo lasers on there, and likely turbo laser batteries somewhere within the ship.
That
shit would blow your ship out of the water in like a shot, basically.
We should proceed cautiously.
You don't know if the systems are up and running. It's you can't really tell until the cloaking comes down and you do another scan of the ship.
These ships are known to have turbo lasers on them. I don't know if they're functioning, obviously, but
no. This is good. The turbo laser. This is a pulse weapon. This is something that we can use for a little bit of backfire, little poop, and then make visible.
Well, if we make it visible, we're making a hostile aggression toward this ship first, and they do have functional weapons.
This is a cruiser-class ship. I do not know much about how many people work on ships like this, but I knew that it is not one. It is going to be many. So either there are many droids on there, or there is one sole survivor, barely alive.
If anything, I'm kind of with Krasa. We could probably, if possible, lure them to our ship and find stuff to repair our ship. Call is yours, Varen.
We're out here in the middle of nowhere with a broken ship. We're kind of sitting ducks. So if they choose
also out here in middle of nowhere with a broken ship.
We don't know if they're sitting ducks or not, but we don't really have much of a choice. Our best option is probably just try to figure out more about them. So if you think you can hack into their systems and take down the cloaking, do it.
That is a good question. I shall ask Storyteller.
What's the question? I'm sorry, I'm just looking up stats real quick.
Hey, hold on. Mathis, can I try to hack in ship? Sorry, slice. Can I slice and ship? Is this possible?
Not without the what do you call it, down.
So we can't take the cloaking device down without hacking their ship, and we can't hack their ship without taking the cloaking device down.
Do you
Catch
need?
22!
Do you want me to make you a roll?
Stores now.
Do you want me to just call for a rolls to give you an idea?
No, well, no. I mean, we can do other pulses too. So it's fine. So, we'll party planning first.
Go ahead. Keep the party planning
I'm
committee.
looking to see if I can find. It seems as though cloaking devices scramble scanners and the ability to detect even their computers. So it is other way of pulse. And I'm gonna kind of like start looking through the ship. And then, what's her name?
The engineer.
Tia Lannister.
Tijuana.
Latortho! Where are you? Oh, there you are.
What do you want? Oh, what?
We need pulse.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
We need an energy pulse. Like,
Okay. Well,
I imagine that's what crosses a.
you don't have any weapons on the ship, so that's a problem.
I don't think we need quite that big, but sure.
Oh, something smaller? Well, if you want something smaller, we could overload the sublight engines.
This sounds horrible.
Are you sure? Do our shields operate on this thing?
Yes.
You could do the same with those.
Ooh, that sounds much better. We sit like duck. Why not be turkey instead?
What is a turkey?
A delicious meal we eat in the United States. Don't worry about
The
it.
U.S. of Cathar.
Well, if you're just looking for something small, if you overload the sublight engines, it'll only be a few hours before they end up rebooting on their own. I'm not saying blow them up. I'm just saying maybe just rev them a little too much and overload them.
This sounds like something that you understand better than me, and if we pay you for a reason, Varen, Bato, opinion?
I can't pilot this thing.
No. Do you think that her plan is a good plan?
As good as any as we've got. We need our shields to stay on. Are our shields
why
sufficient
do
to
you
stop?
need this? What are we doing here?
There's a prison vessel in short range of us that could potentially have working turbo lasers and turbo batteries. I'm not sure. We detected a single life form aboard, and they are currently cloaked. Cross had determined that if we could get a short energy pulse of some kind, we could possibly disable their cloaking and at least take a look at their vessel and see what kind of shape it's in. We could possibly rescue someone who's stranded and or strip that ship for parts for our own.
The way you tell story, it does not sound very confident building.
Well, we have a lot of unknowns until we get that cloaking down.
Fair, but perhaps next time a little bit upbeat.
Salvation is here. We just need that energy pulse.
We will work on it.
Yeah, when do you need it? Like, how soon? Do you need me to just, like, want priority number one? Or do you just want me to get the hyperdrive engines up and running first?
They're in short range. It could potentially have functional weapons. The sooner we know what we're doing.
All right. Give me like an hour. I gotta get this thing. No, I don't. She's like, wait a minute. No, I don't need to do any of that stuff. Bato, she looks to you. I've seen you driving this thing a couple times. Just overload the engines. Just don't slow down. Just, I'll turn off the safeties. I'll turn off the safeties and just.
This sounds very fun. I strap in.
I just need a piloting check, basically, from whoever's going to pilot the ship. I imagine it's Bato, and it is
let's go,
a
Krasa.
simple piloting check. So no purple die.
Oh,
You're just simply trying to overload the engines.
Do I get a blue from my good buddy Krasa helping me?
Is Krasa helping you?
I strapped in.
Do you get 2 blue dice if he straps in and I strap on?
Ooh, you get a blue dice.
I mean, I'll get the blue dice.
I just never mind. I'm not going to finish this.
Oh yeah, I'll you'd be like, Krasa, what are you doing? Strap in. Like, okay, fine. I'll come over and help you.
All right, so just get a blue die. Sure, go for it. Go.
You said piloting?
Oh,
Piloting space.
Base? Yeah, okay.
huzzah!
Hooray! You didn't frig up the easy roll. So
Honestly, that's a triumph in and of itself.
it really is. You
I
bring
know,
the
I
ship.
touched it.
You bring the ship a little closer, and then from there, you basically run this thing in park and just overload the engines without expelling any of the energy or the excess until eventually it overheats. You give it one flick of a switch and then disperses all in one giant circular wave around your ship. Directly in front of you, what you see happen is the electricity crackle across this entire ship. And eventually, when the cloak fades, you do see a rather derelict hammerhead with the front of it, the bridge clearly blown out as space debris floats kind of isolated in front of it and eerily in front of you.
Well,
the good news is it doesn't look like it's in good shape. We can't maneuver this ship at all to get close to it, though, can we?
so Mike, are we
Good.
close enough? That
it
we
could be a
actually
couple-
legit see this out the window? Is that how
Yes,
close
you
we
can
are?
see it
Okay.
out the window.
Well, hold on. I do. I happen to know quite a bit about hammerheads. I do not know why it's stored up in here. I triumphantly remember.
You know, an
this.
hour ago, you were giving us crap about you only being in space 5 times. Now you're lecturing us on how much you know about these ships. You got to pick one side or the other, Krasa.
I take your pyramid
don't
and I
trust
shove
him.
up your ass.
Whoa!
You're gonna have to roll for that.
I roll for sexy.
Go for
Charm
Charm,
anyways,
yeah.
or coercion, depends on which kind of sexy.
I think
Good
it's more
cop or
discipline,
bad
if
cop?
you know what I'm saying. So, anyways, so I go, hold on, perhaps we find a docking bay, and it's because ship to ship docking is normal. So I'm gonna scan for docking bay. But
So, do you want to do another perception check on the computers using a scan, having brought down everything?
And all those successes.
I was gonna say he
before
did have a
I'm-
triumph. Would he have known?
Sure. No,
Where
that was
the
not a
doc-
triumph looking at the computers. That was a triumph to recognize what you
to
saw in
know
the hollow
everything
screen.
about the ship ever. Oh,
Even
What's the
so, I would
difficulty,
even say,
Michael?
Scott, you would know where the airlock is. My question still stands, however. There's still a ton you don't know.
yeah, like
You
the
need
debris.
to do a scan
That's
for
fair.
at some
Yeah,
point.
So what's the difficulty?
Now it's just against back to normal 3.
Is this perception or knowledge?
3. I go. I think perhaps somebody else needs work scanner.
Oh, we're using the scanner. Okay, this isn't your knowledge of the ship. This is us scanning the ship.
Yeah, you're scanning it again, looking for its system, seeing what's
This is
operating, what's not.
I'll give them blue dice.
I have a yellow and a green, Pat. What are you looking at?
Ha! You go for it, man.
I give you a
Great.
blue die.
What's the difficulty?
3 purple.
3 purple.
Yeah, 3 purple.
That's why I ran away.
Purple. All right.
Good luck.
Friends, the odds
Use
are
a dark
against
side
us.
point.
Use a dark side point. All it'll cost me is 50 conflict. All right,
Easy.
there we go. That's a fail with advantage.
The only thing you pick up is that there's still an atmosphere hovering at least over it. So there's probably life support in parts of the ship.
Well, it's not exactly big ship, and sublight engine still working because your little pulse there wasn't too damaging to ship. We fly around and see what we see.
Okay. So you just want to kind of, after a couple hours, she does bring the engines back online as promised. The engines more or less self-reboot, and you're able to fly around the ship. Or you just want to use your eyes as you scan around, look around to see.
Scan and eyes, because eyes are not very good in
Okay.
spaceships.
So whoever wants to use the scanners, you get one more with the 3 purples, and then whoever's using their eyes, it's simple against 1 purple, perception against 1 purple. It's not hard to tell when you're flying around it and looking at what's destroyed.
Sounds like opposite of space logic.
What are you talking about? You're
Alright,
flying
well-
around this thing. You can't tell what else is going on in there. Besides, you don't even notice anything.
I notice not over here.
Okay.
Well,
And Bato,
It's against 3 purple,
you're using just your eyeballs, so against 1 purple.
1 purple. Would I probably wouldn't get any benefit of me using my helmet, right? Would that make it worse?
No, not for this.
hey!
So as you glide around this thing, you're just kind of getting an eyes look as to what's destroyed. As I said, you come around the front.
Less difficult than the scanner.
Well, for when it comes to mass destruction like this, you see the bridge is blown out. However, on the other side, as you come around, what it would be if you were looking at it, the left side, the entire left side looks like it's been completely gutted. However, knowing this ship in particular, the one room that you know has been utterly destroyed is what would be the engineering room. The engineering room, Bato, is also exposed to open space, much like the bridge. You don't know beyond that what else is going on this ship beyond knowing there's one life form aboard. There's atmosphere, so there's probably life support on the areas that aren't opened to open space. But you don't know anything about security or any of that.
There might be a cloaking device that we could take from this ship, though.
If
We
it
have an
was-
issue, guys. The engine room, and he would point to it. It's kind of exposed a little bit. Our endeavors of being able to get parts has drastically increased.
Yeah,
Well,
you
it could
basically
still
have
be-
4 points of entry here. You could do some sort of like space walk-ish or pull up really
So,
close
like-
and get in through the bridge or the engineering room. And then you have the front airlock and the rear airlock.
Well, I go for the rare airlock.
Oh boy.
Let's
How
go
many
through the rear,
how
man.
many space suits do we have here?
That's
Just use the force.
Forehead.
I mean, what's her name did it? Leia did it.
Leia did
while
it.
Dead.
That's true. She did.
Yeah. Could have been a graceful ending to a character whose actress actually died in real life, but you know,
No, we had to pretend that movie didn't happen in the third
CGI,
movie.
you know, so cool.
Anyway, those are your. That's what you know when you've done your last kind of circle around this thing. That's what you're left with on the basically the what you would call it, the cutting, not the cutting room floor. Not thinking about that, but like on the table as far as options.
I think we dock ourselves to the rare airlock.
I agree.
At least with back to walls, we know that nothing come at us from behind. And if we are looking for engine parts, well, might as well put us near engine.
Yeah. This one life form aboard and possible droids. Being as it's a prison vessel, do we have to worry about any kind of other security measures? I'm not sure if they'd be functional or not, but
Well, if our experience with security measures.
yes, that's right.
Don't you worry, our good buddy Cross, I'm going to pat him on the back. Very good at stealth.
Luckily, I make up for it with computers. Not astrogation. Okay, it's not same. It is not same.
How about we try to get on the ship, Baron, and we could have Cross run a quick slicing maneuver through a nearby dock, nearby station. Let's
So if
worry
you're
about
gonna- if
getting
you're
in
gonna-
first.
A line up next to an airlock. It's a piloting check against 2 purple.
I'm having the worst fucking flashbacks to our
I
last.
know.
I know.
That's
Me
like,
too.
not spacewalking. Not spacewalking.
Yeah.
Piloting space.
We had a good pilot.
Oh,
and
it's
we all
piloting
almost
planetary and then
died.
just piloting, space. So the other one.
I rolled like
Oh.
space.
Yep.
Luckily, I mean, nothing's working against us here. Well,
okay.
except
Hi,
us.
Kyle.
You just overshoot it. With all that advantage, you simply overshoot it and you just give me another roll.
That's as bad a purple die as you can roll. Okay, that's
Take
better.
the strain.
Smash.
You're
On the
taking
second loop around, you're able to match up with its kind of just floating speed. Huh?
Take strain.
Take
Am
the
I
strain.
taking?
Yep. And then eventually able to bring your ship up right alongside it, or along its rear airlock, and connect the ship. You can hear your external airlocks, your external airlocks connect with theirs.
Just so you know, you wouldn't take the strain. The ship would take the strain
The ship takes the strain. Then
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean. To have the
Oh.
ship take the strain.
Yeah, so because it's more or less like you're like too close, too close, too close, and you like rev
Yep.
the engines opposite really hard. So I just applied it to the ship. You're good.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean the scanners would also go against the ship?
Yes.
I believe so.
Actually,
I don't
good
know.
Yeah. Yes. I would say
piloting-
yes.
I
know
Because
piloting
piloting.
does.
Yeah, I would say yes. I would say it also would go against it. Anything that it is you're using a ship action for that you roll penalties in, that would go against the ship.
Okay, then it's 3 more strains, Scott.
What's
Oh,
its
Jesus.
threshold?
17 because we upgraded it a little bit.
Okay, so it's not that high, right?
5
I
out of
had-
17.
I
Okay.
had right now. I'm sitting on 4 strain.
How long does it take to repair strain on a ship?
You have to make checks.
Okay.
Which
Well,
we
you don't
can.
want to do that
We
right
can.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Do you want me to hold on to the 4 strain I have? Because one of them I think was perception.
Well, your perception wasn't using the scanners.
Yeah. You were just looking with your eyeballs. So
Okay.
yeah, that
Okay,
case, that
so-
stays
so
on
lock
you
up- I'm
personally.
gonna say
That's fine.
Neil, I have literally no experience in spacesuit. I know how put on. I'm not stupid, but Unless I'm mistaken, if we take attack like say claw or a blaster, will we die? Like,
I have also not spent time in space. I mean, the air would leave the suit. Is there? Can we? We all look to Bato. Can we patch these?
I mean, I haven't been off my own planet before.
You're all
Oh,
new. That's the
shit.
thing. Oh my god, is
this
that just coming out
do
now
you
between the
know-
three of you?
Do you
Yeah.
know what temperature space is? Have you ever heard
Cold.
of absolute zero? Like, this is not good. Like, freeze out, die in like, I don't know, 2 minutes? Less? 1 minute? Less?
Have we checked these suits to make sure there's no
13
holes or
seconds?
anything in them?
In Star Wars, it is timed. It's not instant.
Well, because your suit leaks. So,
Yeah, but even when you're out in space, like you don't instantly die according to the rules.
I mean, technically in real life, it takes about 20 seconds.
Yeah, in real life,
Very
yeah, sure.
horrible 20 seconds.
Oh
Great.
god.
Yeah. You're not
This
conscious
is in a
for the whole 20
galaxy far,
seconds.
far away. We have like a minute and a half. Different galaxy, different,
Duct tape in
Yep.
Star Wars.
there's Flex Seal.
So, all right.
Can we recruit Phil Swift to be on our ship?
Well, it looks like
There is a life form on this ship.
perhaps before we go on ship, we look for areas that have life support and try to stick to those areas.
Yeah.
I should probably avoid using my blasters then, huh?
On ourselves, yes.
It's hard to say if this is a guard or a prisoner or someone who tried to hijack the ship, and we know nothing about who's on board or what condition they're in.
Here you go with upbeat commanding again.
Would you like to say it instead?
I'm just saying, this is not really giving much confidence in situation.
Well, I'm trying to be practical in that we don't know what we're walking into. If we have to defend ourselves, we do. If it's a rescue mission, then we'll try to help whoever's on board and we'll try to salvage what parts we can from the ship. But being as none of us have much experience in space, let's take it slow, try to stick to where there is life support just in case, and stick together the best we can.
Not so bad.
Thank you.
Zip.
Just
There is no room for tail in here. It is very uncomfortable.
I just looked at Bato, like, good thing we don't have to deal with that.
I think I would just need it. Would my helmet be compressive to a degree or no?
I know what you're trying to say.
Like-
it depends on if you would not be able to get a space helmet around your Mandalorian helmet.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You'd
A
have to take your
helmet over my
Mandalorian.
helmet.
Like one of
You'd
those
have to-
big, like.
It's like those, is it like the German jars where you just like take it open, there's a smaller one inside, you take
A
off the
smaller
helmet,
one.
there's a helmet, you take off that helmet, there's a
Oh, the
smaller
Russian,
helmet.
the Russian,
The
dolls.
Russian dolls.
Russian
Yeah.
dolls, that's what it was, yeah.
You would have to take your helmet off.
I would have to.
Yes, you would have to take it off.
All right. Wouldn't be happy about that.
I know.
Well, hey, at least you get to immediately put on another helmet.
Yeah, we can always try to find you a Mandalorian spacesuit in the future.
I'll just draw on Sharpie to make it look like a Mandalorian helmet.
We'll use our only light side point to make sure we have space Sharpies.
We don't have any light side points, wait.
Shh. That's because we just
Hype
used
train,
it for
hype train. We
Sharpies.
could read
Right, there you go.
Well,
You head in. That's the plan. Just walk in.
I guess we're ready to.
Off you go. Through your own airlock, and the airlock to the opposite ship opens up as yours closes behind. And before you see what you believe to be a stereotypical derelict ship. Wires dangle from the ceilings, the lights flicker on and off. and the air seems so still you could see the specks of dust floating right before you. Everything's a rusted brown color and clearly been in disarray or completely ignored for years at the very least. As you move in through the airlock, you come through a tiny hallway and exit out before where another hallway that seems to go in a kind of oval shape goes left and right. And before you, doesn't reach the very top, a dome of a sort that is unable to be seen through in a material of some sort of metal sits before you. And this hallway seems to go around the entire thing like an egg of a sort. Not saying it's an egg, but just like that kind of oval shape.
Did we, when we were looking through the scanners, did we know where the life form was, or did we not pinpoint it?
Did not pinpoint it.
Okay.
If you go right, that's going to be back towards the engineering room that you know is exposed to space and there's nothing else back that way. And then if you go left, that's to the rest of the ship moving forward.
So I think that I honestly, like, I would rather try to stick to the engine areas and see if we can start finding the stuff that she thinks that we need before we look for the person. Unless you guys would rather figure out the person's situation first.
We could split up.
I do not think good idea there, Pato.
Bashra?
Huh?
Tyler? Is Tyler in this game? Hello, Tyler.
Are there no like terminals that you can hack into?
Not in the immediate area.
There is no power on ship. We would need to get some sort of energy up and running.
There's clearly minimal power, but that's it. Because you're in an area that's kind of covered by life support right now, and some lights are flickering. You're in an area that's being powered.
Somebody's alive on this ship, so they obviously have some kind of supplies, something to keep them going.
My worry is
Find
how
out.
long the life support is going to last us.
Well, let's not
We
hang
may
around and
have
find
minutes, we may have hours.
Let's find out whoever's on here and see if they're a friend or foe or someone that just needs rescued. Once we do that, then we can kind of take our time with the rest of the ship. However, if there are any security measures still active on the ship, we need to be ready for that as well.
That's why I think we should find a terminal. Get Crossa to find out all the information we need to. Might be two birds, one stone, Varen. We could find where they are located. Find where the life support is mainly. I don't know.
Well, let's just proceed and look everywhere and see what we find first, them or trouble or the terminal first.
Is there a way that we can like do a scan for where there might be an active terminal, like some sort of electromagnetic? Like
Not from where you are. Back on the ship, maybe?
I
But
haven't
on
failed
the
those
ship where you
miserably.
are.
You're giving us 3 purple. We go, nope.
Might be easier since we're literally docked with the ship now. We're not. Well, I guess we were in short range before.
So
Well, I
do
guess
you
is
walk
it-
or do you head back into the ship and go for another scan?
No. I
I think we just proceed at this point. And we can
You
roll
head left
perception
and walk basically straight. As you work your way,
Be very.
go ahead.
I don't know if you want us to roll perception checks often, but I think we're all going to be moving kind of cautiously in case there's any
Yeah, of course.
active security.
I'd be having my blaster set to stun just in case. I'd be walking with it out. My hand blaster, not my big sniper.
Right. Well, so then moving slowly and kind of hearing the creaking and clunking of the metals and your steps echoing through this kind of empty hallway, you see no signs of any bodies laying around. And if there was combat, the ship has been in such disarray for so long, it's all been messed up and mingled with the rest of the deterioration of the ship that it's impossible to tell. Eventually you come to what is the front of this oval shape and the main hallway that'll lead directly straight down past some rooms on your left and right and what would eventually, or what is the bridge blown open into space. But at the front, there's also a door, and there is a symbol on that door. And I need a knowledge lore roll of 3 purple, please.
I can do that.
My
I
lord
have a
two
single
green.
Yellow and green.
Put a little extra effort into it. And I will do that right now. Man.
Nice.
Also good.
Is this for each of us?
Everybody roll.
Oh,
3 purple?
If I say specific, I'll call specific characters.
Three purples, yeah?
I was going to say this is an easy way for us to build up strain.
Yeah.
Take it, baby.
It's one of those
Am I
ones where
taking
rather
off?
have
You all
misinformation.
recognize it, the symbol. it's easy to recognize because initially it looks like the Republic symbol, just the general Republic symbol that's still used to this day. But there are subtle differences, specifically because it's placed on this door, and there are warnings built into this one. This ship is specifically a prisoner transport for a Force user. And this dome is the cell that they would be kept in.
Which of us figures that out, or is that just process of elimination?
It is probably, as you speak it out, you all recognize it at different times.
Yeah. So after we kind of all come to that conclusion, I don't know, Wade, if you want to lead that one.
Yeah, I would kind of look to Varen, as in kind of like, you recognize this?
I know what once lied or still lies beyond this door can use the Force. The question is that the life form that's still aboard this ship or not? It's likely, as long as there are supplies in there to survive with, but my abilities are limited. I don't know. If they are locked up in here, they might be... Well, they might have once been at least more than I can handle. Perhaps they've deteriorated along with this ship. But they could have... It could be a lot of things.
I'm sorry, Mike. Is this it's just a Force user, correct?
It's a Republic transport to transport a Force-using criminal.
And we don't know if they're light side, dark side?
No idea.
If the Republic's transporting them, it's likely they're, at the very least, dark side. We don't know if they're Sith, but they're very likely not.
Right.
Paragon.
That was my thought process. It's up to you if you want to find out what's inside. They could be a benefit to your learning, but also a giant hindrance on all of us. They're locked up for being a Force user. They could, and depending on their skill, they could easily outmatch all of us easily.
Well, to be fair, if the Republic knew where I came from, I could be sitting in a cell right across from this person.
Does the Force allow somebody to stay alive beyond, say, simple measures like I eat and I poop?
Knowledge lore check against 2 purples and 2 reds.
I'm assuming that's for Wade. I mean, I can roll
That's
it.
the only person who would have an opportunity to make this roll.
Cool. Can I aid him in any way with things that I may have researched to give him a boon?
Not with this.
All you, sir. Don't roll bad.
Knowledge lore, 2 purple, 2 reds.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking this, Cross. I was hoping to faint immediately from stress.
Well, no, I'm not gonna. Don't worry.
Actively working against you. That means. Oh,
despair.
You think for a moment, and maybe even allow yourself to reach out to the Force. The answers to the Force lie within the very Force itself. It makes sense that that's where you would reach. And so, thinking, you close your eyes and you reach out for a moment, but you're there briefly before you are snapped back to reality. There's something on the other side of that door, and it now knows you're here.
I don't know the answer to your question, but we found our other life form, and they are Force sensitive and likely powerful. My search into the Force was stopped abruptly, and they're aware of our presence.
Well, it's a good thing we have hyperdrives to... Oh, shit. Do I leave on stun or set to kill?
If they're inside of a prison cell, they're likely not armed, except for with the Force. But
you would all know that there's no switch on this door. In order to open the door, you need to access the computers on the bridge to unlock it. It is a prisoner ship, so it's a little harder.
Or the Force.
Oh yeah, you move. You could try to move it. You have no Force points, however.
How big is the door? What silhouette is the door?
What is this? What is a size 1 person, right?
A size 1 is a normal human, yeah.
So it'd be like a size 1 or a size 2.
Well,
little
if it's
bigger.
a size 2, I have 0 chance of succeeding.
a size 2 is a car. A size 1's like a person.
Okay, so it'd be size 1 because it's bigger than a person, but around that size.
Yeah.
it's possible I could open it with the
Let's
force,
not
but it's
do
very
such
unlikely.
things. Yes.
Or we could just walk up to find a terminal to open it. No need to stress yourself and strain yourself.
As Bato said, information first. Let's be.
You just said what's
Perhaps the
beyond that door
computers
could
can
be
tell us-
dangerous, and they know we're here.
Perhaps
No
the computers
need
can
to
tell us
rush.
who they are too.
No need to rush into a conflict.
Besides, I'll do a system-wide search for certain keywords, perhaps things that are light and easy to carry, or perhaps a weapon like maybe a saber or something. You like swords? Maybe keywords that you want me to search system for?
You can take a look, but it's unlikely they
Beskar?
put this.
Light saber, Beskar lightsaber. I check.
Dark saber?
Dark saber.
Search all you'd
So
like.
do you want
but
to
it's
go to the
unlikely.
bridge, Scott, where the likely working computers still kind of sit?
Yes.
Okay. Where else is everybody else going?
I
I'd
imagine
probably-
we're sticking together.
Yeah, I would probably follow
All going up
Peraza.
that way. So you walk up the hallways, and it too is a giant friggin' mess. On the left-hand side, you eventually pass doors that are labeled, oh God.
Oh wow, that's
That's a
weird.
terrible
says,
thing
"Oh
to see on a
God."
door.
No,
This is-
no, it's
is it in
it's like
blood?
the Scott thing. It's like I'm having the
Is it in
Scott
blood?
problem.
Men's room, women's
No,
room.
no,
Oh
no,
God!
No, it's the
Feel like
cargo,
we're on
cargo
the,
bay,
Good
cargo
for
hold.
Jesus.
Is that what you call it? Cargo bay, cargo hold.
Oh
We've
no, you can't remember that word?
That's what I said,
It
it's
sounds
a
like it's
Scott
time for a
thing.
break, everybody.
That's like
Sounds
it's a
like
Scott thing.
time
Oh,
for-
we are break time. Okay, yeah, let's take a break. Go ahead, it's
Feel
fine.
like
we
we're
can
on
go
the
to cargo
Ishimura
holders.
now. We're on Dead Space.
You are on a very spooky looking ship that's kind of run down.
You
So
need some coffee there, buddy. That's what you need.
I know, right?
Goodbye, everybody. See you
We'll be
momentarily.
back in a few minutes.
Yes, you minions. Tyler is shitbag. He is big steaming shitbag. But we love him anyway. Because he's so pretty, with fluffy hair and creepy face that kind of makes you think of Bradley Cooper. You'll see. You look up picture of Tyler and picture of Bradley Cooper, and you just replace the hair, and you're like, holy shit! It's Bradley Cooper with a fro. This is crazy shit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hour 2. Lost Initiative Star Wars Forgotten Legacy. Let us continue. Exactly where we left off, shall we? What was it? What were we doing? You're walking up to the bridge. So you make your way up towards the hallway, and Scott's going to give himself stomach issues, which is fine. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. On the left-hand side, you basically first pass cargo, the cargo hold, which is relatively small, as the bulk of the ship is given to kind of the prisoner storage behind you. And then right attached to that on the left is what is known, what would be the medical bay. Further up, you've got what is crew quarters, then the airlock on your left that would have been on the front, and then before you, the bridge directly in front of you. Just to your left, right attached to the bridge, is the turbo laser batteries in there. And then off to the side of the thing, there is a like a bridge support room.
Well,
just going straight to the bridge and head to the computers. That's fine. No worries. I just didn't know if there was anything you want to do along the way.
Most likely, the best computers are going to be on the bridge or the captain's quarters. So, bridge is here. Let's do this.
So you make your way past the turbo laser batteries on your left in the room that you're in, and the doors before you are the ones that, as soon as they open, the vacuum of space will greet you momentarily. You have your space suits on, and cautiously, perhaps, you reach forward and flip the switch. The door slides open. You can feel the wind getting sucked out behind you, pulling you into space. Can I get an athletics check against all three of you, please?
No.
Against.
Oh, here's how we die.
Against 2 purples, please.
Oh, God.
Everyone's just going to die of strain before we even get anywhere.
oh, and I'm going to use the dark side point and make it an upgraded difficulty.
Oh, fuck you.
Can you use that against all 3 of us at once? That feels cheap.
It does feel cheap.
What? What? How's it cheap?
Well.
Goodbye.
God's dead.
You don't.
Oh, wait. My roll didn't include my haha. I
get to
roll.
Bye.
Well done.
All right, and I need Crossa to reroll, I guess.
I clicked it. It didn't go. Hold on, let me try again. I clicked it again. It didn't go.
Yeah, I'm noticing.
They can't see the rolls, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. The rolls aren't happening
anymore. Sorry. Yeah. Hold on, I'll try one more time, and then I'll have to refresh, which could script the stream for just
2/3 of the party's fully dead in space now, chat.
Oh my God, relax. You're not getting sucked down to space. You're getting sucked into the bridge first. You have a second roll coming.
Is not working.
We're all dead.
Just gonna break the stream for a second.
I just got a roll 20. Your connection's been interrupted message. That's not good.
Well, we know it's going to go down, right?
Yeah, it goes down in like 5 hours.
Varen being the first one to succeed.
Oh, hey, look, now it shows my roll. I still failed.
Varen, you get sucked into the room. You're able to kind of stand your ground and grab one of the terminals with both hands and hold it until the suction dies down. As soon as the other 2 fly through, the door shuts and you can feel it all depressurize very quickly. However, their momentum is still carrying them. I need one more athletics check, this time against 1 purple, as you have more to grab onto for this one, as you get pulled towards the open window that's been spilling out into space.
Just those 2 or me again?
No, you're good. The other 2. And it's just against 1. And they just got to roll against 1 purple. And there's no upgrade. Remember, no upgrade. Take away the upgrade.
Use a light side point.
Yeah, use the only one you got.
Well, this is a solo show from now on, guys.
Go ahead, Bato. Make me your reroll, homie.
It's the Bato and Crossa show.
Still against 2 purple?
No, 1. Just 1.
1. It's still athletics, yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, advantage, but a failure. Crossa?
I'm rolling against 1.
Just 1 this time. Like I said, you get sucked into the room. There's more to grab onto.
Why can I do all the hearing?
Yeah, only Varen knows.
Oh, I had to fix the stream because it got all fucked up.
Whatever you say, Scott.
Gotcha.
Yeah, people were saying that people were saying they couldn't see the rolls, so I was refreshing my stream.
No, you're good. Is I had to, when I refresh, it breaks the stream. I had to fix it because it doesn't align the
You have an opportunity here.
I can see the rolls on Twitch, and that's why I was
because
like,
Crossa, because you rolled 3 advantages, you can re-roll me 1 more time. You get an extra additional attempt.
I rolled 2.
You succeed. You rolled 2. You do not get an additional attempt. However, Varen has an opportunity to use move, right?
Yeah, I can use. Oh, yeah. However, he's silhouette 1, so it's highly unlikely I can succeed it.
What do you need to roll?
2 force points. So 2 light or 2 dark.
Oh, okay. So you don't, and without, okay, I see.
With
Yeah,
one
that's
force
why you need your
dice, I
force
can
rating
do
to
it.
go up, so you can roll 2 die when you roll.
This is why he wants to increase his force
Yeah,
power.
so you don't have to use that at all. He's just going to end up floating in out through the
I mean,
window,
I
and
can try.
it's super unlikely that you're going to roll 2.
Well,
It's up to you, but it's unlikely. And if you roll dark side, you can't use it because you have no light side to flip.
Wait,
We have 1. You gave us 1.
You have 1, but you have to use the 1 to even roll a force die in the first place. If you roll dark side, you need to then flip an additional light side point, but you won't have any additional to flip, so it just gets
every
wasted.
time we use a force power, we have to flip the light side point just in general?
no.
No, when you use a force, some force powers require you to
Yes.
quote unquote spend force points.
Yeah.
The ones that require you to spend force points, if you roll a dark side point and you want to use that dark side point, it
Well,
comes at the
right.
cost of strain plus
But
an
if I
additional
try to
light side
move-
point.
If I try to move him,
And you roll only 2 dark side, you will be unable to move him.
well, right, but if I roll 2 light side, so I could try and just worst case scenario, I fail, right?
Yes, worst case scenario, you
So I might as
fail.
well try. Just
Listen,
for
But you
this-
use the light
rolls.
side point to do it. So
A dead boomer got blew up.
Well,
and
that's what
pulled
I'm
off,
asking
so-
you. Why am I using a light side point to use move?
No. You only
Force
flip.
point.
You only flip the light side. You only use that if you're trying to access the dark side instead of the light side. If you're trying to use the black dots instead of the
no,
white
you have to use it.
dots,
You have to use a destiny point to roll a force point. I read these rules today.
then that makes him even weaker than usual.
It is due to him just being light side. I don't know what I can reread and clarify the confusion.
Yeah, I don't believe I've
Let me
flip the
read this
force
to you
point.
real quick. Is what I mean because I read this today as I was looking up something as I was character building.
It means his
A force sensitive
his
character
like,
in Force and
never powers.
Destiny. A force sensitive character in Force and Destiny who wishes to use 1 or more dark side to
Correct.
provide force points
Correct.
for a power must flip 1 destiny point from light to dark.
Correct. We're
If there are no light side destiny points to flip, he may not use the dark side point at all.
not talking about that.
But in order to generate a dark side point, he has to spend a light side point to
No.
roll the force
Wrong.
die.
Wrong. You just roll the force die using the power. He's used the power. You have to spend the force point to use the power. It's one of his powers. He has to spend a fuck ton of experience points to have the power. Now he can use it.
So if he was to use move silhouette 0, he would still have to use a light side point
No.
to roll a force
No,
die.
he just rolls a force die.
Does it not say spend a force point to
No.
use it?
No.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, he spends it for that round, but he gets it back at the end of the round. Or some powers would make him invest it, in
I
which case he
can't
can't use it for the rest
I
of
can't
the
use the
encounter.
same force dice more than once per round.
Correct. Or
Right.
if they're invested, he can't get it until he gets back that investment.
Yeah, I
No,
can
this
there's
is
certain
free.
powers where you commit a force die, but it's
Yeah.
not spending a light side point.
That's a commit. Thank you. I'm saying invest. Commit's the correct word. Thank you, Wade. No, Mike, he just uses it. It's like having a spell as a sorcerer. He just uses it.
Yeah, maybe I'm misunderstanding. It says characters generate force by making a force check, rolling 1 or more force die to generate points based on a result.
Correct.
Yeah. So
When
I
a
just roll
force sensitive
dice.
character attempts to activate a power or use certain force, he creates a dice pool, usually consists solely of the number of force die, blah blah blah. I read all this already.
Yep.
So then why am I of the understanding that in order to use force you have to use a light side point?
That's only if I want to
You're
use
wrong.
dark side. If I'm a light side character,
But I thought that's how it always went, even in Force and Destiny.
Even if
Or
you're not a light
Force and
side
Destiny,
character,
the other
even if
one.
you're a dark side character, you still use the white versus the black. That's just for simplicity.
Well, right, but you
For simplicity.
flip the rules.
Correct. But you still use the white
Okay,
dot.
then
and,
I am inserting an additional rule that I wasn't for some reason, for some bizarre ass reason.
don't penalize me more than I already am.
I that's why I was confused when I was reading it, but regardless, continue.
During this whole conversation, I am like 6 miles away from the ship now.
Oh!
I'm just like arguing with myself, like, can I do it? I could do it. Hey, Bono, I'm trying to say. Well,
It's like 3.5 when the DM and a rules lawyer start arguing and the guy goes up for a smoke. Yeah, I'll be back, guys.
Okay, so in order to use this power, am I just rolling the force dice then?
I guess so.
Unless you have to make a skill check, like a discipline check. You know your force powers are better than me on this one.
Well, I've not used move in like a month and a half, so let me look at it here.
Yeah.
Save me, Wade. Save me.
Yeah, I just roll the force dice, and then if I roll 2 light side, I can move him. If I roll 1, I can take off his shoe or something.
Mike, can I just say that in space, his relative weight is significantly less.
That
He's
doesn't
like
matter.
weightless out in space.
It took Leia 30 years to move herself in space. So
No, she only tried once. She could have done it way for
yeah, but after years of training, supposedly, remember?
Yeah, but he's been training since he was like an infant.
You don't know his backstory. He quit. Who knows?
Oh, you suck, Wade. Sorry.
Hate to see it, man.
Please, no, you two feel free to dictate my character's background for me.
Sorry. According to Mike, you suck.
Alright, it's dark and it's only 1, so I can't do anything with it.
Okay, so you just let it go.
I
Bye.
go to reach
Oh, it's
out
out
my
the
hand
window.
to stop you, and just nothing happens.
He begins
You
to
reach out
gently
to
float
touch-
out the window into space. He has a spacesuit on, so he's not going to run out of oxygen. He's fine there. So wait, could you? Yeah, because you can't use it. I get it. Never mind. I was thinking of something. Well,
Can I
you have
generate enough
guns.
force by shooting my
I was
way
gonna say
back?
you have guns. You could just turn around and just use that to shoot back
Yeah, I was gonna say
and
as
start
before I
emptying
even
cells.
well before I even get like out of the bay and just see myself kind of like going too far. Can I
Yeah.
just immediately just shoot?
Well, that was you. The roll was the athletics check against 1 purple. Was your last check, so now you're outside of it, but you're not far outside
Oh, okay.
of it.
Okay.
So
well,
you're just gonna start
seeing
shooting.
myself as I'm slowly outside. You know, I'm where the debris and shit is.
No, Bato
I'm
does
just-
not have a jetpack yet, Jet.
They won't let me have one.
It's a whole
not
like
skill
that.
thing.
It's not even that. They're
Do you have a grapple line?
They're so fucking expensive.
They are
like-
expensive.
Not the jetpack itself. I can afford the jetpack right now. It's the fuel that's expensive. That is why I'm like, no.
Okay. So what we're gonna say is, you're gonna end up using your gun. You basically just need to make me a because you're like aligning yourself. You're basically doing reverse momentum, so I'm not gonna be the same exact check as before. I guess I would just say make me what gun are you using here? Your rifle?
Wouldn't this be like coordination? Because he's trying to.
Oh yeah,
coordinate which
coordination.
one
That's a good one. Yeah, good call. Coordination would work.
I'd like
Yeah.
to
Make
point
me a
out
coordination against 1 purple.
if we're in dark space, the largest objects around are these 2 spaceships.
Yeah,
Here,
it's it. It's just-
gravitational pull will eventually pull you back in.
It's like very likely you will eventually have to. You're gonna revert. Hey, there you go. You
I was gonna
reversed
say-
momentum beforehand.
I was
You
gonna
hear-
say I'd probably just shoot my rifle, but I had my blaster ready, so I'd probably just use my blaster.
Cross
You
that
missed
I
a
see
couple of
floating
grabs.
out.
Yep.
He's like, what are we gonna do? And you immediately just like perfectly like fire 2 shots and you land.
Wait,
he-
can
he flies
you
back.
pew pew for me?
Oh, yes, I can actually.
Just, hey guys!
Just flying
Hey!
Oh, it ended up being more graceful than it looked like it was gonna be at the start.
Can I roll for cool and just come in like, hey?
I mean, yeah. I mean, just that's so. So you get to the computers, having gone to the vacuum of space. Crossa makes his way over to the computers. What are you looking to do here? Are you looking to just access files on the bridge?
First of all, how much power is there? And can we bump that up for any reason? Like what?
I need a computers check, easy.
We want to do a full systems check, so on and so forth. Less about files, more about like what can we salvage for our own vehicle. So, but what is it? Easy, you said?
Easy.
Computers?
Yep.
Where are you, computers? Here you are. And you okay?
So what you find is that actually half of the ship is being the front half of the ship, the power for the crew quarters and everything forward beyond that up to the bridge is actually being powered via emergency off of the turbo laser batteries. That those are actually powering the front half of the ship. The back half of the ship has power generating normally from the engineering room, but it's not much, just enough for life support and a few security systems that you can see that haven't been triggered yet.
Well, there is option here. We disconnect batteries in that room over there, and we hang out on our own vessel for maybe a week or 2, and then come back and he dead, and then we just investigate corpse. That is option.
How are we doing?
As
on
I said
supplies?
before, this you're not sure how many years this thing has been out here, but it's certainly been years.
Yep. I gotcha. This would deactivate the life support. Other problem. Oh, so he's in the front half of the ship, correct? Or she?
Back half.
Them.
Back
They're in the
half where we
half?
came.
Yep.
Where
Well,
we
you came in. You came in from the back. So
The
back
We
same-
half.
literally passed their cell on the way here.
The same battery that is controlling the part of the ship's life support also controls a few security systems. I'm going to try to slice into them, but a pulling battery would make it so that we have a safer journey.
Very well.
Let me try slicing first.
What are you trying? You just trying to do a general like get into the systems
Yeah, I
type
want to
deal?
see what kind of securities they have. Like if they're guns, can I turn them off? Can I toggle the IFF? Are there security?
Are there
cameras?
any cameras?
Yeah.
Yeah, if there are cameras in the cell, we can at least see who we're working.
Can I please then to get a computer's check? If you're just simply to figure out what is accessible, just 2 purples, just to get a quick look at what security systems are active. It'll be a separate roll to hack into them. Okay. You actually do see that there's a security system in the prison cell itself that upon opening the doors, if they were to be opened in a fashion that is not by this terminal itself, would activate instantaneously. There are 3 turrets inside that cell. You don't know if they're roof mounted or not.
We take those and put them on our ship.
But you could make an attempt to disable them from here.
Oh yeah, of course I'm gonna try to disable. Mm-hmm.
So that'll be against 3 purple instead.
I'm gonna give myself a blue die from before.
Okay.
I'm gonna commit like effort into this as well. Blue die, and I'm gonna roll this. Be like, this one will take a moment. Let's see if I trigger bad things. I do not.
You do not, and you successfully can see the kind of green silhouette around each turret go to red as they lower. So you know that the turrets are disabled inside.
Now, are those turrets aimed at the prisoner, or those aimed out toward anyone who accesses it?
It looks like anybody trying to get in.
Okay, it's good to
Perhaps it
disable those.
also, perhaps they swivel and they can get trying to leave as well.
You can also obviously access the door lock from here.
We can unlock door, but perhaps how long of a walk was it from there to here?
Oh God, a minute, maybe 2.
Perhaps a little bit of head start. Somebody should be down there guarding door. Oh, no, wait, you said they're scary. Shit. Can we unlock the door going in there, but not necessarily his cell? Or is it specifically
No, the
cell?
door is in right into the cell. It is all
Oh,
one
that
door.
sounds scary. That gives them
So
access.
if you
to our
want to
ship.
unlock it, lock it, all that stuff, somebody has to be in the bridge to do it.
I can hang back, allowing you guys to do everything else, and you guys.
Oh, I'm
correct me
sure
when it
you would,
comes.
Crosser. I'm sure you would.
Absolutely, yes.
So Crossa can manage and he can watch. There's security cameras on the outside of the cell. Now that you do the computers check, there is a security camera on the outside of the cell. It's the only operational one, serendipitously.
Are there comms?
Not into the cell.
Okay. Okay. How about the front end of the ship? I know the battery. What is in the front end of the ship that the battery is controlling?
The crew quarters, the airlock up front, the turbo lasers obviously is where they power them, and the bridge and the bridge itself.
Is there any kind of logs as to what happened, or who was supposed to be on the ship? If they have an armory with weapons that we may not want
A manifest.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
get a
say
hold of?
this will take me a little bit of time to search through the logs.
Yeah, he would
before I
need
unlock
time.
door. Perhaps you go check out crew quarters and see what kind of crew was here and if their pickings worth picking.
Make sure you don't accidentally unlock that cell in the meantime.
What? Totally not even an option. Click, 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 click.
So then Varen and Bato will head to the crew quarters while Crossa stays up front and begins his work on his computers. You head into the crew quarters and it's pretty barren in here. About 6 different bunk beds and clothes strewn about pretty much everywhere. But more tellingly is there's the corpses of what were about 4 different crew members wearing uniforms. 2 of them clearly security of some sort, but their bodies long decayed away. Nothing but skeletons remaining on the ground.
Can we run perception to see if we can tell if they were shot or if there's
Make me a
burn
perception check.
marks?
Yep, make me a perception. Make me a yeah, it would be perception. I'd say medicine, but there's no body anymore. So you're looking for things on the clothing, like you said. So perception against 2 purple.
Alright.
Bonto, you're welcome to make this roll if you would like as well. Okay.
Same roll.
Yeah.
The dice are useless.
No, as you look at the actual go through the bodies and pull their uniforms over and flip them over, there's no scorch marks. There's nothing that represents anything here. As you go through the room, you realize that there's also tons of empty cans of food and not a single thing left that could feed them. They likely starved to death.
We don't know what caused cause the ship to become in such disarray or land out here either, right?
Correct. Not right now. So you're hoping Krasa can maybe figure that out if he
Yeah.
goes through the ship's logs.
Well, there's no supplies for us to stock up on from here as far as food goes, which isn't too surprising. Hoping that's not going to be us starving out here to death, Bondo.
Let's hope not. Hopefully our friend behind the mystery door can provide answers on how he's still
Where
living.
Where do the two of you want to go next?
Well, there's nothing
How long
useful
have we
in this
been
ship at
gone?
all, right?
A couple minutes. Krasa needs a lot more time. It's easy to go into a crew's quarters, look around, realize, yeah, there's like nothing here. What'd you
What
ask,
other rooms-
Baron?
what
Sorry.
other rooms are accessible to us? Like a cargo hold of some kind?
Yep. If you keep going further back towards the prisoner cell, there is like a medical bay that is kind of mostly destroyed and thrown around, and then there's like a cargo hold as well. When you head into there, it's pretty empty.
Yeah, I mean, we'll check out, I guess, the medical base if there's any medical
Sure.
supplies.
Give me
or-
perception checks in the medical bay.
Against
2 purples.
perception, you said?
So, Varinabato, when you make your way inside here, on one of the medical beds, and only one of them, there is another person laid out. But when you walk over to that one, it's clear as day that they didn't die of starvation. They're wounded. There's a scorch mark, blaster mark, 2 of them, one in the gut and one in the upper chest that burned through this particular corpse's clothing. Meanwhile, the medical bay itself is got 3 stim packs inside of it that you find.
With my
Derelict otherwise.
with my advantage, I just healed a strain.
Do you want to mark down the stim packs, Pat, since I can't type at the moment?
After that, the only
There
thing
was
left...
3 stim packs?
3 stim packs. After that, the only thing left is a prisoner cell, and then the engineering behind it, which is blown out into space.
Well, engineering would probably need Krasa to help figure out what we need from there. It looks like that leaves nothing but the prisoner cell. I guess we can either head back for now or tell Krasa to open it up, see what happens.
We've been gone for
10 minutes,
a
maybe.
while
Oh, from the bridge or from the ship?
from the bridge.
10, 15 minutes.
We've been gone for a while.
Scott, can I get a
see if,
computer check? Sorry, against 3 purple.
Let's see if Cross has found anything. This is also us checking out the cargo hold, or was this just the medical bay?
This is everything. You guys going through the ship. The ship itself is, I mean, it's really big, but it's minimal. It's very singular.
And
in
you
its
said it was
purpose.
gutted out, like people have been here already.
Or like the people who were on this ship gutted it at some point, or what have you.
Gotcha.
Maybe looking for stuff. You're not entirely sure. So you're looking to access the logs of the ship, and you very easily see basically its entire prisoner trajectory up into this point. It picked up the prisoner from Coruscant and was bringing them to a corrupted location that you weren't able to determine. Along the way, it was interdicted by some unknown ship that did not register with the Republic. Likely, they mark in the log likely Sith of some kind, and they found themselves out in dark space. They were attacked. They were almost all of them were killed, and those who weren't were left on the ship to starve to death. Whatever they did not take the prisoner. It does seem like that they did go through the files of the computer, however, but they took nothing. There is one single file that does kind of stick out in this brief battle. It does seem like it was rather maybe under an hour. There was a moment where somebody went into the prison cell and then they came out, but without the prisoner.
Potentially even switching whoever's in there. Something like that. Any camera logs of anything like this?
You go back looking for camera logs, and there is the log of the person walking in to the prison cell.
Cool.
You actually see somebody in a dark hood, and you get a quick glimpse of the particular person's face. You can actually rewind the footage. You can get a good detailed look. Somebody of an older male, human. Yeah, exactly. It is an older male, maybe in his 50s, human. He walks in, and then as you fast forward and go through, about 15 minutes later, it looks like he also walks back out, but he has kind of a grin on his face.
Oh, I didn't realize there's that kind of drive-by service.
Oh, shit.
So, seeing this, the last thing I'd want to do, until they come back, there's a location that was corrupted. I want all instances of that corrupted location, all data kind of pertaining to this, so I can see if I can try to piece this data back
I
together.
see what you're saying. Yeah. Can I get a computer check against 3 again?
Sure.
And you know what? I will use a dark side point.
Oh. I honestly wasn't surprised.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Do you want to use a light side point, Scott? Sorry, I should have asked.
I honestly thought you were going to give me a red right out the gate because I was trying to grab corrupted
No,
data.
I'm going to give you a red now, though.
Yeah, so 3 in an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm going to strain myself to do this. And, boys and other boys, wish me luck.
Hey, you do
need
it.
it. Oh.
I feel like you've gone ahead and broken whatever curse you've had
At
the
least for
first
tonight.
half.
Maggie's game is over. Maggie's game's over. I don't use all my luck on Monday.
Don't jinx it.
And so you do quick, like you find the kind of unique code to that corrupted file, and you find all instances of it's mentioned, and you were able to transfer it to your data pad, a total of 4 instances of it being mentioned. It's at this point that the other 2 either return to the bridge or they communicate on comms to you. I'm not sure which they chose to do.
Cool. So, they're returning to me, they said. So I'm just going to wait until they get here, and I'm going to actually have that footage queued up so I can show it to Varen when he gets here.
Sure. So the 2 of you walk into the bridge after doing a very quick scout of the ship.
We found some stim packs. It looks like, was the person who was shot, were they wearing medical gear, like a doctor or something, or they just...
Yes, they looked like they were wearing medical gear and they were shot.
It looks like possibly their doctor was shot a couple times and killed. Everyone else looks like they maybe starved to death. There wasn't much left to scavenge. It looks like they've torn the ship apart to survive as it is.
No weapons or anything like this that might be of use? Very well. I found a little
We
bit
did find a
of...
couple of stim packs.
Which is awesome, by the way. Definitely mark those on your character sheet.
I did.
What was I saying? So, I found a couple of details that you might like, but before that, Varen, tell me what you think of this. And I'm going to grab the footage right from the beginning when the door just kind of like, it's like a second and a half, and I was like, and the door opens up.
Yep. It's the first way is how I
Do I
pictured it.
recognize the man at all?
As you take a look and even crosses like enhance, and he just kind of zooms in a bunch, you do not. There is no recognition there.
I'm not sure who he is, but he seems to have got what he came for.
You can't feel his force?
Through a videotape?
I do not know how these things work.
I see the same thing you do in this case.
Well, he left man behind, or woman, or whatever it is. But also I found this, and I give you guys the other information that I kind of came across, like the battle, interdiction, starvation, death, and the corrupted location. I say I was also, and I'm going to keep it like on a separate, like almost like a data stick, like a separate flash drive sort of a thingy, however it works in this world, just so it doesn't corrupt any other data in case it creates a virus. But, like, I also have corrupted data here that I want to see if I can unscramble. It is location where they were going to from Coruscant. Perhaps we find out.
Is there any information as to who our mystery prisoner is?
No.
Unfortunately, there is not. There's not even a manifest of other prisoners still intact.
This was the only prisoner on the ship.
Yeah, but I meant prior or something.
Oh, gotcha.
Seems as though this was either under radar or this is common practice. I do not know. Before any of us born. I assume, however, one of you never takes off helmet, so you could be old man.
What? Well, it sounds like our 2 options are to disable life support, scavenge the ship for any supplies from the already exposed engineering area, possibly weapons, or we'll unlock the door, have a chat with the prisoner, and then possibly go back to option 1.
I say we say hello to your friend.
It's unlikely it will be a friend, but I suppose at the very least we shouldn't leave somebody stranded like this.
Remember,
So,
he was brought upon this ship for a reason.
I'm not saying that they're gonna become our friend. We may have to put them down. But at the very least, we won't leave them here, trapped in that room.
Depends on situation. If they turn out to be piece of shit, I could power down the life support and perhaps jettison the atmosphere. You're in suits, you'll be okay. They will go for uncomfortable ride very quickly.
Jettison the atmosphere? Does that give the potential for us to be jettisoned with it?
I mean, maybe if you're not holding on to something, it's not like there's much here to suck out with pressure.
This seems like a bad idea, but we thrive on those.
I will only do if you request.
Bado, what do you think? Are you prepared to potentially
Prepared to
fight?
die? Yeah, I'm prepared to die. Let's go for it.
Well, that is backup plan. Primary plan, get behind door and I relock it. That easy.
So Cross has got to stay in the bridge then.
Wait till we get to the door.
You do have comms. You can just reach out and be like, now.
Contact Latartius. What's her name?
Latorthal.
Latorthal. If this guy potentially takes us out, at least have her try to detach our ship.
Hi, Molly.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Jig Squad.
It's the better Wade.
Molly, you happy? I'm wearing the helmet today.
So
You're
what's
just
the
in
plan?
time to
Hit me
watch
with
us
the plan.
die.
Varen's obviously going where. The only person I don't really know what's going on with is Bato.
I'm gonna be basically just backing Varen up, I guess.
Long distance or short distance? Long distance would be like middle of the hallway. Short distance would be like right next to him.
Or stand in front of him with a blaster.
Or medium distance. Or engaged.
Well, long distance, I don't mean specifically long distance. It would be long
more
distance from like
medium.
the bridge, but it'd be like long distance support, aka medium range.
Or
I would probably-
extraplanetary distance.
I'd probably be behind him.
So you both walk your way over to the prison cell. It's a quiet, ominous walk as your feet clang into the empty hallway and echo throughout the rest of the ship, but it's a short walk to get there, all things considered. Eventually, we see Varen step forward, and then just next to him, Bato.
On our way over, I wanted to have like a tiny RP moment. I know we
Yeah, go
only
ahead.
have like a short walk.
Go ahead.
So on the way, Bato would just kind of like, as we're walking, just say, "Do you know the full extent of your power?
No.
This force you wield?"
I, at one time, felt much stronger than I do now, but there was... The Force reached out to me and told me that I was basically going down the wrong path and believing a bunch of lies. It wasn't clear exactly what that meant, but since confronted with that potential truth, I just haven't been able to... I'm stronger now than I was whenever I first met you, but I still feel fractured and incomplete, and there's knowledge missing. But I think at the very least, I'm on the right path now. I feel like a youngling again, trying to make sense of what I've been told to figure out what's real and what's not. But I don't know the extent of even what's real, much less what I can do. My master manipulated me and the others and only fed us what truths he wanted us to know. When I confronted him, his expression told me as much. But I did not get any truth out of him. Just confirmation that I'd been told lies.
I only hope your full power can match that which stands behind this door. I don't get a bad feeling often, and I've got a bad feeling about this. I'll be here to back you up as I always have been. But, prepare yourself mentally.
When we were on Cathar before, I managed to use the Force to make the strange woman believe something that wasn't true. The Force can be used in all kinds of ways I can't even imagine, but just be prepared for anything, especially with a Force user. And remember that we are allies.
Nothing will change that.
Let's hope.
So you get to the door. You radio Krasa.
Yeah. Krasa, we are here.
I won't lie. Before it was easy sitting by myself while I was working on something. But alone here, just waiting, it is creepy. I hope things go well and quick because I do not like being so stranded out here. It is cold.
It is so creepy in the vacuum of space.
Well, at least you're at the bridge. This entire ship is dedicated to moving this one person who was so important another ship attacked them just for someone to walk in and walk out with a smile on their face. So at least you're not about to come face to face with whatever we're about to see.
Oh, Misa happy open dosa.
God.
I'm retiring from Lost Initiative. Thank you.
Yeah,
all for
me
having on
too.
the
Me
show.
too. I'm out.
Jar Jar Binks is behind this door, I swear to God.
So, with that, Krasa, do you disengage the lock? And Varen, I imagine you step forward to have the door open before you.
We could take
And
an
you
early
do.
break.
The door slides open, and before you is an unfortunately rather boring sight, at least initially. The room itself is empty, save the figure in the center. But there is no furniture here. Barren white walls and a barren floor. As soon as you step over into the threshold, Varen, you feel an oppression, a weight that sits on your shoulders and feels like it's dragging you down. Like thousands of hands are grasping at your pants and your legs and trying to pull you into the quicksand and drown you slowly alive. That feeling continues to weigh as you step forward, and I need a perception check from Varen against 2 purples and a red, please. I'm sorry,
Would I
1
be-
purple and 2 reds, please. Not Bato, just Varen. This is the
You could have
first
said one
moment.
purple and I was unlikely to succeed.
No, this is just the first moments as he steps through before Bato gets his step.
Wow.
You see it?
Shit.
The disadvantage I'm going to take, however.
Okay.
You step through the threshold, and as you see the figure and you're actually able to get a good long look at him, he's young, maybe your age. He's got long, ragged brown hair and a scraggly beard that follows. He's thin, clearly malnutrition, but he sits on his knees, his hands and legs chained to the floor, and his head lagging forward. You can see that he breathes heavily, breath after breath. And as soon as you take your last step in, you see for a brief moment his right hand flick, and the door behind you almost catches you as it slams and slides shut behind you. We'll take a break here, and we'll return in a minute as we see Bato standing in front of the door as it goes shh and slams shut in front of him.
You heard that? 60 seconds according to Mike, right? 1 minute? No. Oh, Faerunian minute. Okay, we'll be right back in a Faerunian minute.
We'll see you in 2 hours. Goodbye.
Everybody sad. Welcome back to Star Wars.
My
It's
mask
time
is
to
gone.
die.
What happened to my face?
Yeah. Now you don't have to feel uncomfortable.
If for chat's sake, I'll let you guys know I was thirsty and also a beard hair went into my mouth halfway through the last hour.
He
And
was
there's no
thirsty,
way-
and my
hair.
beard hair did get
There was
into his
no
mouth
way to
for like
remove
half
it,
an
so I had to
hour.
take off the mask. I don't know if you guys can still see. This looks a lot better than it did, but the mask really digs into my face a bit, so I can only wear it in short bursts anymore. It takes a toll.
The door slides shut.
Oh, yeah.
Bato, perception check, please. Against 2 purples. Krasa, computers check, please, against 1 purple. Yeah, very easy for you.
I didn't see shit.
You didn't see shit. Well, good thing we have Krasa making a roll as well.
Nice, Crassa.
Out from engineering, 3 new signals ping on your computer, Scott. They weren't part of the security system. They're independent of the security system, but it looks like 3 droids are about to come out from engineering and are maybe a turn or away from meeting Bato at the front doors of the prison cell.
What can I spend my triumph to do there? Can I give him kind of like coordination so he could have like
Yeah, you could
a
give him
drop
like
on them, so
a
it's like a free round?
yeah.
sort of
Let's say
thing?
you could do something like that if you want to give him like a free round. You can give him a blue die in his next attack because you give him a heads up. Like, yeah, what do you triumph? What do you want to do?
I want to more or
narratively?
less allow it so he can like prepare action, attack them before they can do anything. Awesome.
Totally fine. You get it in comms.
Bato,
Baron, you
from
don't hear this. Your
engineering.
comms are dead in here.
Bato from engineering. There are 3 droids approaching quickly. Quickly, take cover.
Would you be able to tell me exactly what direction they're coming? Are they
Yeah,
all coming from one?
It's kind of like
All 3 are coming from engineering. So they're going to be coming around what is your left side of the prison cell.
Okay.
and I'll give you like a. They're breaching in 3, 2.
Stun doesn't work on them, does it?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
You need ion.
Yeah.
Shoot to
Or
kill.
just raw damage.
Raw damage. or ion.
kill.
yeah, so I imagine.
Back into the
Imagine-
room, however. All the noise.
Son of a-
dead silence. We'll get to you in a minute. Don't worry. You
Let me
take a
shoot,
few more
stop.
steps forward, and this man who's on his knees with his head forward, you realize he's shirtless as well, only wearing pants and barefoot.
God?
Continues to breathe heavily as you
No,
draw
oh
closer.
God was
however.
just down the hallway. Remember?
Yeah.
It's next to the ladies' restroom.
Eventually, though, he does speak before you have a chance to speak words. He simply laughs.
I've been waiting.
Did you know I would come?
Not you. Just waiting for my test.
Who are you?
He begins to slowly rise from his position, standing one bare foot down, platting onto the ground, followed by the next. It's at this point you realize his chains are not chained to him. They dangle loosely from his wrists and his legs. And as he stands upright before you, you realize that he has been subsisting on nothing. His ribs are almost fully exposed and his stomach sunken in. But there is hatred behind his eyes, and you can feel it emanating off of him. What does Varen do as he stands?
Let's Bato shoot the droids that are coming down the hallway.
in time, sir.
I'd put a hand on my sword ready to draw it if he makes any kind of like threatening action, but I would still
As-
just try to talk.
Sure, as you do, he chuckles.
Who are you?
Doesn't matter. You are my freedom.
Perhaps. But
It was
Freedom
you
doesn't
that I
have to-
sensed stand on this ship, wasn't it?
we don't have to fight.
What do you propose? You serve me.
No, I'm not looking for a master, not again, but we come from a similar place. I was chained, though by a master, not by the Republic.
His eyes bore into his skull and his head still lags forward, but he looks up at you and listens intently. Though whether any of your words are sinking in or not, you cannot tell.
I will fight if that's the only way out, but I'd prefer not to. I am searching the galaxy for answers. Answers that were held from me. My master lied to me, hid things from me, told me the dark side was the only way, but did not tell me anything that helped.
He said what he needed to keep you under his foot, as mine did to me.
But there's more out there. There's knowledge. There's power.
There's the way of the Sith. And my master must die. But not until I pass my test.
And when he says that, he quickly extends his left hand, and flying out from behind him in his pants, a metal object spins and clatters to his palm. And within an instant, his lightsaber ignites a bright red, and he takes a stance ready to duel you.
Take his saber, take his saber, take his saber.
I draw my sword.
And Varen draws his blade, taking a stance to defend, perhaps sweat across his brow, beating and dropping, but you cannot see under the mask.
Varen
Everybody needs to roll initiative, please. Even Krasa, if you want to act in this.
You can
Unless you,
rename
actually,
it.
Krasa, if you're actively staying out of combat, then no, you will not roll initiative.
I'll roll, and then oftentimes I won't do anything, or maybe I can.
You'll just take a turn and eat it.
I might be able to provide some sort of blue dice somewhere. So, is it cool?
Can't
if
you
vigilance-
re-enable the turrets?
He may.
He might be able to.
But you don't know if they're going to blast out at
I would
Wade
have
or
to,
not.
I have to fiddle with their IFF before I did that.
Okay,
But I
and
mean,
I'm
that
sorry,
would be
no.
that would be initiative, is what I'm saying.
Were
You
the
could do
it is
that
of
during-
course cool for Varen. It is vigilance for the other two. Actually, no, it is cool for Krasa as well. Actually, it's cool for everybody. You warned Bato. Everybody gets to
You
roll
did.
cool.
I was
Just
gonna be
make
like,
sure you
it's-
do it from the combat page, Pat,
Correct,
not
correct.
the
Pat,
skill page.
Pat, also don't forget, sir, that you get a free action at the beginning of this too.
Do I roll against nothing, correct?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. You are correct.
And then just roll cool.
That was a
Yeah.
great cool roll.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for they all operate on the same turn.
So you can do NPC.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got to do one for the other guys.
I got to do 3 for the other guys.
Oh, are they more
all
than just
separate.
minions? Oh, okay, cool. I gave you a bunch of different units up there to
Yeah,
use.
I modified the security droids.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll their cool. Well, that's unfortunate for the
Everyone's
last
like,
one.
does Varen have a lightsaber? Guys, it's being used against me. Just
Mathis,
before
you
we're
want a
jumping
fucking
ahead,
lightsaber?
wait, I
Here's
can't
your
believe you got it.
fucking lightsaber.
Congrats. There is a man trying to impale me with it at the moment, so
Yeah, but at least that man isn't Maggie.
Ask and ye shall receive, good
yeah,
sirs.
I'm gonna receive it. I'm gonna receive it here and here and there.
So let's go and do descending.
Is this going to be easier for people if I make this at all visible?
No.
Or is this easier from theater of mind for everybody?
Everybody theater of mind. There's not a lot of maneuvering here. The ship is like I have the
I'm in
inside
a
of the ship.
hallway with 3 droids coming at me.
Yeah, you're at a hallway with 3 droids
Not
rushing.
to,
Just wanted to confirm. That's all.
not to be that guy, but shouldn't the NPC 1-3 go before the PC 1-2?
Wait, what? 1-3. It should in theory. Yeah.
They might count it as a tie. Advantages may not be a tiebreaker according to the system.
Mike probably didn't finish rolling when I pressed descending, and now
Oh,
it's like,
okay,
oh.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought I hit descending. My bad.
So it's
Okay.
PC, NPC, NPC, PC, PC. Then I can't see the rest.
Mm-hmm.
you can make it bigger.
Character
Always make it
sheets.
So that PC is you first, correct, Wade?
No, it's whoever we want. To
Whoever
go
we
first.
want to go first. You
And
automatically
that's
go
definitely
before.
Wade.
You automatically go first, Pat, because you have
Why
a
do
free
I?
round, and
Yeah.
then it goes to PC slot 1.
Correct. Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good point.
okay.
It's a good point. Yeah, so you exist before the initiative tracker. I'm gonna see if I can try to get the initiative tracker on view for the viewers.
Go for it. I got to look something up real quick.
Yeah, I don't know if I can, but I will certainly try for you guys. Okay.
In what distance are these droids coming from me? Are they extreme right now?
No.
As you're going to be waiting, they'll be within short range.
Sure. Oh, I thought it was medium because you were talking.
You're prepping, so yeah, you can be. Yeah, that's right. You're medium, so you'll
I'm
be in
medium.
medium range.
I might be able to do it like this. Let's see if I can do this for you. Sorry, chat. Just give me a second to see if I can do something. Okay. All right, buddy. I think I just fucked up my other games by doing it.
I wouldn't be able to true aim before I attack, can I? Or can I do that?
Yeah, you should be able to, right?
I should. Yeah, I thought so. May perform a true aim maneuver to gain benefits of aiming and upgrade combat check once per rank of true aim.
Let's do it like that. Come on.
Yeah, I
Scott, I tried to send you a message, but I can't type. I just read what I typed, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Okay.
That's where my cursor's here. I'm not even looking at that. Yeah, so try to send it to me, and I'll read whatever I can out of it, sir. It's up to you.
I did.
I guess I will.
It's on Zoom.
Zoom? Okay, I'll check in 2 seconds, sir.
I guess I will true aim, Mike, and I will. I've been holding my blaster pistol this entire time, so I will just take aim with my pistol.
All right. I'm just checking something real quick.
Do I not have that
Need
on
this
here?
bookmarked, basically.
Would I have time to pull out my rifle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that null my turn though? Of me
No,
drawing.
you would have had it
true
pulled
aiming?
and prepped. You would have it pulled and prepped.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just use my blaster rifle then. Well, actually, no, I lie. Blaster pistol still, because that only works.
You're gonna
in long
blaster
range.
pistol?
Yeah, my rifle's long range. So.
Okay. So you're gonna take a fire. He's at medium range. You're gonna do true aim. So medium range is automatically 2 purple.
I get an upgrade and a blue for this, correct?
Where's the upgrade coming from? The true aim?
True aim.
Then yes.
May perform a game benefits of true aim and upgrade combat check 1 per rank. I have 2 rank, so is that 2?
And what kind of
upgrades or-
action does it take? Does it say it's an incidental or?
May perform a true aim maneuver to gain benefits of aiming.
It's a maneuver
It's a
action.
maneuver, yeah.
Okay, so you can't move. So yeah, if you're gonna get, I mean, two
wasn't
ranks,
gonna.
you upgrade 2 times.
Oh, so 2 upgrades, no blue.
No.
Okay. And
Well, hold on, wait. When you true aim, you get a blue die, and however many true aim upgrades you have is an upgrade.
Oh, then you
What's
get
your
blue.
level of true? What's your level of true aim?
2.
So if your level is 2, then you get 2 upgrades and a blue die. Just to be clear. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to get this on screen for
God,
chat.
you got true aim too? That's so good.
It is very, very, very
Yeah.
good.
Man, I forgot how good that skill trees can be when you spend points there.
Okay, now Wade's whining.
Actually, I might have made some
I
good
also
decisions,
have-
but I need Scott to let me
I also
know.
have 2 ranks of lethal blows, which is add +10 per rank of lethal blows to any critical injury.
Well, you haven't. You got to roll a crit first.
All
So.
right, Wade, I'm so sorry. I think I got that looking decent in chat. Chat, if you're confused about the way that initiative works, feel free to ask. But yeah, it is unlabeled like that, unlike D&D. Now, let me look at you, Wade.
What
I'm
you
not
see
done.
around the corner
Not
in a
done.
single file line. Okay, yep. You're gonna use your 1 secession
I'm
reroll.
gonna use my quick fix. Yep. I think it's quick fix. No, it's a natural marksman. May reroll any 1 ranged attack.
Wow, that is written so badly. Okay, hold on.
Listen, I've got my fingers are 4 times their normal size.
We'll let them deal.
It's 1
You and I-
secession, right, Pat? This is your only
Yes,
time you're gonna reroll
once.
it. Do you
Yeah,
want to
this
use it
is
now?
Yeah, I'll use it now.
Okay.
Wait, is that under tree or under
God.
force?
I'm rolling like Scott, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Hey, we've passed on the curse. My God, dude, that's real fucking
Yeah,
bad.
but you can do something really cool with that.
Yeah,
though.
I'm gonna do something with that. Give me a moment here.
Wait, is that force tree or talent tree? Sorry. And then I'll look it up.
I just typed you.
Thank you. Ah, thank you. Okay, I'll look that up right now for you, sir. I'll mute myself.
Are they all counting as 1 unit? So I can't
No.
just shoot.
Nope,
No,
they're
they're all
not. These are not
individuals?
minions.
Okay.
These are all these. What you would assume would be rivals. If they were 3 nemesis, cry. You'd just be dead.
Let me
On the bright
see.
side, Pat, the odds of you ever failing that roll again the rest of the session is so slim.
Oh no, I failed twice. Wait.
I know, but like you have a good dice pool.
I guess I'm just gonna make one of them drop their weapon.
Okay. The one up front
Which,
is carrying.
are
a-
they
they're-
attached?
No, not these. What I'm
Okay.
going to describe what comes around the corner as you pop your shot. So we see Bato back up towards the door that would lead into the cargo bay, and he peers around it, keeping a nice medium range between him and the front of the prison cell. Right around the corner, as soon as those droids wheel around, you see what is a typical security droid. Nothing special, just silver body, rather tall, maybe around 6 feet, but they carry force pikes, and they're running forward with the force pikes that are crackling at the ends of them. You fire the first shot and it goes flying, but the droid itself goes to duck out of the way, but not maneuvering the staff out of the way fast enough. And you actually see the spark as you hit its hand, and it goes flying out of one of the front one's hand, dropping to the ground, having it to spend a maneuver on the next turn just to pick it up.
Okay.
Now we go to the next two NPCs'
Wait.
turns.
With the last advantage, I'm sorry, would I just be able to heal strain with that last one? No?
No to
That's
Mike,
Wade.
yes to you. What were you asking?
Because I used 3 advantage to do that. With that last advantage, could I just heal the strain?
And no to me what?
He was acting outside of initiative, remember? Because he
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
surprise
bonus
round.
So
now
the
we're at top
first
of initiative.
Now we're at top of initiative. He doesn't get that ever again.
Yep.
Wade,
Correct.
that was
Sorry.
my triumph. Wade,
So,
you get to go
timeout.
first.
So he used 3 to disarm, right? Does that mean he can
Correct.
pass a blue, or what's he doing?
No,
with the
he
4?
healed a strain.
Yeah, because he can't really pass a blue to you.
That's fair.
I'm not. Yeah, you're separate right now.
That's
if you were
fair.
next to me, possibly, but I'm cut
So,
off from you.
Taking PC slot 1 is going to be Wade.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought about doing that, but I was like, I don't know if Mike's gonna allow me to do that because I'm not an ally as of right now because you are a
There's
one-on-one.
nothing you can't get through to him. He can't hear you. He can't see you.
Wade,
Okay.
Wade, the only way to answer that, trying to be discreet here, is it doesn't look like there's any opposed checks.
Okay.
Which is
That's all I need to
pretty
know.
cool. That's up to Mike, though.
If you're trying to
Oh.
pull something out of somebody else's hand, there is an opposed check.
Sure.
They're gonna have a reflex save, basically.
Okay. Go ahead, Wade.
I swear you're fighting a Dark Souls boss, by the way. The way that Mike described it.
It
This
does
is
seem
a very
Molly and I just
underfed
watched,
man.
Molly and I just watched someone play through Bloodborne, and this feels like an opening scene to that. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's
Star-
funny.
Starving,
Chains like lifting
skinny
up, and
little
someone just
guy.
standing up. Yeah.
Pulls out Excalibur out of his ass.
All right. Well, if this guy is committed to combat, then Varen will draw his weapon. Well, I guess his weapon's already drawn. How close am I to him? I'm within short range as it is, or I'm engaged already.
You could say you're within short range because the room is rather big.
Okay. I will move up and try to attack with the blade I have.
So you move to engaged.
I move to engaged. And
So you
I-
step forward.
Yeah.
And you swing. Go ahead.
That didn't make sense. I read
So
back
if you're
now,
going to
so
swing, oh,
sorry.
my apologies. So you're engaged. So 2 purple. He is adversary 1. So any attack you make against him is automatically upgraded by 1. The difficulty.
Okay,
so
so
you
2
make sure you
purple
have,
with an upgrade.
yep, 2 purple with an upgrade to hit.
Okay.
Good luck
I
with-
had to use my maneuver to get to him, so I can't aim or anything like that.
Correct.
I guess I just attack and we see what happens.
Mike, zoom.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm waiting for the roll.
Sorry, I gotta click on combat. My hands are not cooperating.
You can
Not trying to build this up any more than it already is.
You can unglove that
And
one.
boom.
You know he can't. He's not allowed. Take the 2 strain. As you rush forward with your sword drawn, trying to draw back on those early teachings that you had before you left it all behind, you position yourself and you move in to do what is essentially a very basic attack. He steps to the side, clearly trained as well, and he, with a quick swing, deflects your sword into the ground with a large spark and the sound of crackling. There's really no opposed check. Doesn't make any sense. Anytime you see the power used against someone holding something, they usually have a chance at like holding it onto themselves. Because then
I
if they
didn't
have
know.
move, we can just go back and forth. It's like
I mean,
yank.
honestly, I could totally see there being something like that. But what is that opposed check? Is it maybe his?
I figured with
discipline
force
versus
it would
I
be
figured it'd be like an
discipline.
athletics check, like a reflex save to
I thought
hang
it'd be
on to it.
discipline,
I was
discipline
thinking
versus
discipline versus
discipline.
brawn. Maybe discipline versus discipline. So.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
But
If you was to
discipline
use,
means
if you was to
force
use
versus
move,
force.
yeah. If he was just using to his grip, I would say athletics or brawn would both make sense. If he was using move in compete with your move, which I don't think he even can, it's not an incidental. Then it would maybe be discipline v discipline, but
I also had a dumb question.
Brawn is kind of what I was guessing. Yes, sir.
Wade, your sword is just a steel sword, right?
Well, it's a Sith sword. It's like an ancient.
Right. And I don't know too much about it. I don't think you've told about it. But like,
It's an. You're muted, Pat. Out of nowhere. Mid
the
sentence.
computer was giving him trouble, so it's possible.
no,
that he said-
my mic is being stupid, sorry. Somebody with a lightsaber was to counter it or just parry it down. Would it cut through it? Or
I don't think so, because this is a sword.
I know
that
you
was-
have an ancient Sith sword specifically. Because I know that's in your backstory and stuff like that. But I don't
This-
know
yeah.
how that would work against like
I don't think this one is. I don't think I don't think it just cuts through this particular blade. I think this one kind of acts kind of like a vibro blade, but it's not a vibro blade.
Because I don't know if anybody else in chat would have thought of that. It's just like, wow, he just like smacked it, kind of like, you know.
This sword specifically uses the lightsaber skill.
Mhm.
I think the weapon itself is not like
It's not an
easy just
actual
to
lightsaber.
thunder
But
through it with a lightsaber. Yeah.
Correct. It doesn't. Your training lightsaber doesn't have the thunder quality. Correct.
No. He's saying, would a lightsaber cut through it like butter? And we're saying
I'm
most
using an
likely
ancient
not.
sword and like this ancient Sith sword.
Mechanically speaking, no, it cannot just melt through it like that. It actually has to sunder the weapon until it's
it has to have pressure towards it, not just like smack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Think about it. Lightsabers' powers are all over the place in terms of Star Wars. Sometimes they can cut through something like nothing. Sometimes they sit there and they have to weld it like butter before it comes down. Like it depends. For this, for the purpose of mechanics, a quick thwack to the side does nothing to the
Okay.
weapon.
I don't know why I care about it so much.
You gotta get the visual in your head. You know what I'm saying? After you swing, it goes to both of my turns. He in turn reacts and comes to trained and ready to swing and almost swings at you faster than you're prepared for. This is the first time you face somebody who's had training like this. So it's against 2 purples to hit you
and a black.
And a black to hit you.
The defensive thing.
Yeah. I just want to see its skill brawl. And it has that's what I was looking something up and then I got distracted. Hang on 1 second.
I did think about it, Wade, about using my advantage to make him drop his saber, but I know there was no way in hell Mike would allow me to do that.
How the hell would you have done that?
My force. I'm secretly.
Yeah, your force.
It
Right
ricochets off the
before the
prison.
door shut behind him, he just threw a random blaster shot that ricocheted twice inside and hit him by the hand.
It's just one of those like cartoons, like bink.
Like when they
Okay,
was on the
here
garbage
so
chute.
he swings next at you. With one single step, he actually puts his foot behind your left foot and moves to just kind of go for a stab. And there is a lightsaber against 2 purple. Anything else? Would you like into black? Would you like to use a light side point or anything to make it more difficult?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You're crazy. I would have done that.
I just wanted to see what he was rolling with. Okay, it's good to know.
He's just going to take that as damage.
You don't get to
alright.
decide that. Wade gets to decide that by
Oh, yeah, that's
choosing.
right. I forgot. Wade,
So if
would you like...
opens the advantage threat page.
Oh, I will
Mhm.
try.
Yep. It's a good one to leave open for you. Wade.
I
I
can
help
tell you-
because I have it on stream at the moment in a weird way.
Uh,
Might be able to pull it up a different.
enemy performs free maneuver, adds boost to target enemy. You could add a black to their next action.
You can also give yourself a free maneuver if you haven't done more than 2 maneuvers this round.
You
if you
can,
wanna
I
defense
don't know that
yourself
I
or
need.
something.
Well, yeah, I don't need one for this round because this round's over for me.
Well,
I will give
using
them
move,
another
is that an
black.
action or is that a maneuver? I don't know.
I'll give them another black on their next action.
Cool.
you'd also make them lose benefit of their last maneuver.
I don't think he used one.
Yeah.
This is adversary's highest, right? So that means that they don't take damage from strain; they take strain separately.
Nemesis.
Incorrect. Adversary is actually just a talent that is given to rivals and above.
Oh, so
It's an NPC talent that you don't have access
Nemesis
to.
is just like a PC build.
Okay.
It's stronger than a PC build by a lot.
Yeah, but so
Gotcha.
minion, it's 1 pool, and then
Because
the
2
second
damage
one-
doesn't suck. So, but I'll
Well,
give them a
no,
black
he hits
dice.
you for a lightsaber does 6.
That's 8,
Flat. So 8. And what's your soak?
5.
It ignores all of it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you asked.
Oh, it
And
has-
he simply
it has
just
Pierce of 5.
has breach 1, which ignores up to 10 soak.
Yep, because it works like yep.
Yep.
'cause
So
it-
he actually just, you feel it pierce your skin and it instantly burns. The smell of burning flesh just sizzles up and your clothes burn away as he quickly pulls it back and takes a quick hop back. And you can just see the grin crawl across his face.
I've been waiting for so long.
The droid rushes forward next, using its first maneuver to pick up the thing that it dropped and its second maneuver to go from medium to short range. It then goes to 2 PCs.
Not
Krasa,
me.
why don't you go?
I do. I want to see if I can set you up in some way. I can't see what's going on inside there, and I'm like, shit.
Are there cameras inside?
No, not inside. Shit, Baron. Shit, Barto. They're still standing there. Hold on. Let me see if I can see formations. And then, do you have any grenades on you?
No.
You don't have any grenades on you?
When would I have gotten grenades?
Dude, we have like fucking 100,000 credits. Grenades like 50 a pop. We need to buy you grenades. You are not a good Mandalorian. Bad Mandalorian.
We never distributed the stim packs either, right? So I only have
Nope.
one.
I imagine Bato rarely has them, right? All right, so bad
Wait, so you have one, I have two.
Well, no, I already had one on me.
Oh, then I have all three. The ones that we
Yeah,
found.
so you've got 3 stim packs.
Cool. They have
I'll just shoot up and become the Hulk. Let's go.
they have depreciating effect. But so anyways, I'm going to my apologies. I guess I'll Mike, what can I do to try to give him some sort of aid?
So you have a couple options here. If you just want to kind of like keep eyes on him and keep calling things out, you can keep making a computer's check against one purple to just basically keep an eye and maintain sight on them. It would give him like a blue die to his attack. Other than that, you can control security doors from here. And you have control of the ship basically from this spot.
Are they coming through a doorway right now?
No, but Bato's on the other side of a doorway in towards the medical bay.
I thought I was in the cargo hold.
Cargo hold, that area, the one on the left, the first door on your left-hand
I don't
side.
want to lock him in there yet.
No, but doors are open and he could lure them in.
Doors are
Yes, because I'm extremely nimble.
Doors are currently open, so he can keep backing up, and we'll deal with other options in a moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm going to just try to give him a blue die on his attack rolls. So this is
Okay,
just a
this
simple,
computer's check against one. It's just
simple
basically you
simple
calling
basic.
things out and monitoring the computers.
Yep.
Okay, and you can just take a blue on the
Nice.
next one. Super
You
simple.
want to do anything with the advantage?
Yeah, I was gonna say with that advantage, can I just give him another the next? I give him 2
Yep.
blue. Oh,
Yep, that's totally fine. So going into the end for Bato's round, you have 1 droid at short range and 2 at medium.
Now, question. Am I able to perform an action and then move?
Oh,
yeah.
Or do I have to move?
Yeah, I don't see why
then-
not. Yeah.
Wait, what's up?
I forgot. I have parry. Can I use parry? I still take damage.
You can next turn.
Could have.
You could have in the first turn. You can next turn.
Damn it! So I
You
get to
take strain,
complain for a
right?
month.
It's just you take strain to
I
deflect or
suffer 3
reduce.
strain, and I could have taken 5 damage.
What is your
instead of
strain
8.
at? Out of curiosity.
It's not good. It's at 6 of 14.
Okay.
You have.
Well,
But even if I
I-
do it next turn, if I get hit again, I'm down.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Pat, 2
So-
blue dice and against only 1 purple for the short range guy.
Right. With my pistol, it says it's in medium range.
That just means maximum range is medium. That's all.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's short or anything.
Because your other weapon's long range.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun one. We had to learn.
Now, if I use true aim again, I won't be able to move. Correct?
Technically, you can. If you suffer 2 strain, you can do 2 maneuvers.
I'm not
You-
gonna do that. I'm already really high on strain.
Oh, okay. So then, if you just stay still, you can true aim and then fire.
I want to.
You'll be
I
able to
wanna
fuck his
move
day
the-
up.
Yeah, I might do that. Because right now I'm at 2 blues, right? If I true aim, I'll get another blue and 2 upgrades.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's 3
Okay.
blues, 2 upgrades, and a shot. And
Is this
if
against 1 purple? Because he's
correct.
short range?
Correct.
Correct, short range
and
is
don't
1
forget, you
purple.
can use advantages to maybe get another maneuver to run back afterwards. But let's see what
Right.
you roll and then look. Well, that's a critical hit right there.
So you want to
Mm.
you have lethal blows too, right?
Yes.
So
So,
it's
is
plus
that
20?
20 per rank? Yeah.
Plus 20, and then on top you do 1 to 7 damage, but minus their soak.
Dude, you have a light blaster pistol, not a heavy?
That is a heavy.
That's a light.
Oh, no,
use
that's
the
a
light.
light blaster. Yeah. I thought I had a heavy.
I have a heavy. I don't know.
All right.
Why do
and
I
I'll
have
go
a
to
light?
critical?
I thought it was a heavy.
I thought you picked up a heavy.
It's plus 20.
Yeah. That's if he's choosing to spend his advantage on a critical hit.
Oh, that's if okay, clear enough.
Would all 5 of my advantage?
4.
No,
It's
it's
a
a
critical
4.
rating of 4.
What he said. Unless you
Okay.
want to spend your advantage to do something else, like say, can you get a maneuver by spending 2 and then heal 3 strain, or like what can you do with it? Look at the chart.
Right. No, I think I'll blast him for crit, and I'll recover 1 strain.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I need to
here we
get
go.
strain down.
The 83 winded cannot voluntarily suffer strain. Okay. Oh no.
I'm gonna re-roll. That doesn't. That
No,
doesn't.
no.
No,
It's okay
doesn't make
because
sense for a droid,
But
right?
it still adds to because some droids can still suffer strain.
That's true.
Like he can
Fair
suffer
enough.
2 strains to get an additional maneuver.
I
right?
must
He can't do
remove
that
him.
Yeah. and it also adds to the critical buildup.
Okay. So you are you're still where you are. The other 2 droids will be taking the next 2 turns, and they're going to spend both of their maneuvers to go from medium to engaged. Both of them.
So they're
So
within
you have
the
2
room
engaged
with me.
and 1 in short.
Engaged means that you're going to have like a penalty shooting because they're like in melee with you.
Yeah, they're in melee combat with you.
Right, that's okay.
And then it goes
But you can
to
always back up and then shoot if you need to.
Right,
then it
that's
goes
what I was thinking.
to PC again.
This would be Wade, I think.
If you've done all the droids,
it's
then
the
yeah.
bottom NPCs. You have your other 2 droids now.
He just did the
Oh,
bottom
I just
NPCs.
moved them. I just did them.
Both
Okay,
of
then
them
back to
were
PC,
medium.
yeah.
They're engaged now.
And
so back-
I definitely think Wade should go first again.
yeah, Wade, I think you should.
So here's what I want to try to do.
Okay.
I want to kind of give myself an advantage, not this turn, but next turn. I want to use my turn to prepare to use move. I want, whenever he goes to swing at me, I want to use move to disable his lightsaber to throw him off balance, maybe knock him down. I have a
Okay, I
control
see. You're
upgrade
trying
that
to-
allows me to finally manipulate items as if they were in my hand. So as he goes to swing,
You wanted to turn it off.
I
So
want
it
to turn
passes
off the
through him,
lightsaber. So then he just like,
goes through, and it stumbles and opens something, and maybe gives you like a bonus on your next attack.
yeah, and it keeps me from being hit for a round. So
Okay, well, I'm gonna want the roll now then, just for you to
that's
use
fine.
it.
I mean, it's just I just have to use a force dice.
yeah,
Yeah,
but if you roll dark side, it's important
that's true.
because you're gonna take strain, which is important.
Does he need a discipline check, or is that flat? Or is it just flat that roll? I don't know.
I'm not trying to take it from him. I'm literally just pressing the button,
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
which I imagine is something that wouldn't be too expected.
So go ahead and make me. Okay,
Okay,
so you
so-
burn a light side point to use it if you want to.
And it's a strain.
Yeah, you're gonna take 1 strain for it because it's 1.
We have 2 light side. That is entirely up to you.
you
to do.
Worth it.
you plan this. You see how he's moving. He's moving cocky. He feels like he's already won this. You have an open wound before you, and you're swinging at him with what is essentially a toy lightsaber for the sake of training. And he laughs. He grins. But you take a moment and focus on yourself. You don't let the moments of pain overtake you. Instead, you use it as a focus. And as I said prior, as you stepped into this room, it felt oppressive. But you can use that. You can feed off of that. And you allow yourself to give in to it. You feel your inner struggle with the light and the dark win in one way. You take the stain, and as he prepares to attack, he won't even get a roll. We'll say that's his next turn. And as he swings forward, you close your eyes and you just clench your fist. The button clicks and it just disappears as he swings forward and stumbles, giving you a blue die on your next attack.
I'll take it.
That'll be his turn as well. So that was your turn, Wade. His turn. Security robot from short distance moves in to close in the distance from short to engaged. You are now surrounded by 3 security robots and 1 Mandalorian. I imagine you like those odds, and he's still going to try and take an attack at you.
This is the one that's all screwed up, right?
This is the one that you've hit. Yep. Against 2 purple. Do I have that right? No, I don't. Thank God I looked. What's your soak?
4.
So soak, you're going to take 6, 7, 8 minus 4 is 4. You take half as you feel the electricity course through your armor, and you can see your helmet's vision scatter a little bit and go black and white as you can feel the pain coursing through you. Scott, one thing I didn't even think would be an option for you is there is the potential to try and slice one of these droids from your computer.
Oh, I thought they were closed loop. You said they were removed from the system.
They
And
are
I'm not
closed
anywhere
loop
near
from
them.
there, but they popped up on the system after they activated. Perhaps I should have made that more clear. I thought that was more clear when I was like, oh, you see them on the system. They
I have
weren't
a
there.
slightly funnier idea.
Okay, no, that's fine
so,
too. But that's the
No,
end of the
Scott
their
and I were
turn.
wondering about that to a degree. We were
Yeah,
kind of
we were actually
poking
talking
each
about it
other
on the
about
side.
it.
I explicitly
we
was
were
like, oh,
like-
he said closed loop. So
Yeah.
I say, so I'll take the next turn so I can prepare
Go for
an
it, yeah.
action for when you go. And I'll say, Bato, behind you there is door to medical bay. If you back up, I will shut door on first droid to come through. Maybe smash it. give you moments to recover, and then we will open and blast them more. I don't know if Mike caught that.
I think I understand. You're doing like one at a time, like shink, close one in.
Well, I try to like smash one of them as it comes through.
Oh, I think they
hopefully
close it in with
injured one.
Bato.
Yeah, I want one like it comes forward that's gone like.
Okay. Try to slam the door on him.
I imagine in a Star Warsy way, it's like one comes through with him, and as the second one tries to go in, he's trying to smash that one with the door.
Sure.
Yeah.
But gives him a moment to
absolutely.
stim pack afters if he needs to. You know.
That's going to be a computer. So you're taking the turn. This will be
I'm
you'd have to
preparing
have
my turn
Bato
for
take
when
the.
he goes through.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have Bato go first, so he maneuvers one, puts himself into the med bay. That's only gonna take one maneuver to get there because it's not that far, and then he can do an action from there. That'll put all of them into short range instead of engaged.
Can I just take my maneuver now to do that?
Yeah. I think that's
To
what you're
give.
saying, yeah.
Yeah.
So you back up, and then with your action, Bato, do you want to like try to take cover and hide, or do you want to like shoot, or because I'm going to shut the door whenever they come in on their turn.
I would be in short range again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd probably take a shot at the remaining one that's inside the room.
Oh, they're all in the room. You just want to shoot the one that you've already damaged.
Yes.
So he's backing up to short range
Yep.
to get into okay.
Exactly. I mean, he's backing up to the med bay, taking a pot shot basically as he's going back.
As I'm running.
Yep.
Yeah, basically. So am I taking that first, or
Yes.
is he
you
doing his
move and then you
computer
shoot. So just roll the
Okay.
attack against the purples.
Okay, so I'm not true aiming.
One purple.
Unless you want to take 2 strain, buddy.
For a true aim.
So you can true
As
aim
I'm
and
running?
move. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Just take 2 strains to true aim.
So I
and
get
run.
1, 2 upgrades, 1 blue, 2 upgrades, 1 purple.
Come on, buddy. Yes!
I think it's dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10, 11 on top of what you've already done.
Am I taking that last as strain?
Receive, take it a strain.
Okay.
You see getting surrounded by all 3 of them. Bato breaks through, knocking one to the side, quickly putting his rifle away and pulling, or quickly holding his pistol. You didn't have your rifle out, right? You had just a
No,
pistol
this
the
is
whole time.
pistol the entire time.
You have your pistol. You knock your way through, make your way through the door while shooting over your shoulder. You actually hit one square in the face. It sparks and just falls to the ground as 2 are running forward now. Scott, you're basically you're gonna take the turn basically now.
Prepare
So
the
go ahead and
action
make your
for me.
computers check against 1 purple, 1 red.
Oh, because I'm trying to time
Because
it.
you're trying to time it. You know, like you just that'll make it a red instead of.
Please
a
don't
purple.
kill me.
I'm going to make it difficult for myself. I'm not
Okay.
going to use light side to be clear. I'm going to roll this right now and see.
Okay. Yep. And so it runs through. I don't know. I'm trying to think how much damage this thing would do as it runs through, and the door just goes wham
Well,
on this thing.
If the door's silhouette 1, I know for the power move, if you
5,
throw something
right?
silhouette 1, it's just 10.
Oh, it's 10 damage. Okay. We can. Yeah, we'll do 10. We'll do 10. I'm down with that. That makes sense. You know, just something like
I'm
it's
pretty
like
sure
force throwing.
you could double check me, Scott, if you want to in the move power, but I'm pretty sure it's 10 for silhouette 1.
You were 100%. It is 10 damage per silhouette.
Yeah, so
So,
10
I
times.
think
Wait,
10
it's
damage
zero
is
silhouette.
pretty
Silhou-
devastating for something like this. Like
Silhouette
Yeah.
0 deals 5 damage. So does it go up by 5 each one? It would still be 10.
it explicitly says when you're using the control power, like Wade's talking about, the strength or whatever it is 10 times silhouette.
Then we'll use that as fine. That then 10 damage. You just hit this thing and it stumbles forward, dented in the shoulders. One of its arms gets a little crooked and it's sparking, but it is still moving forward as best as it can.
Is the door
Is
still
it,
shut
and it's still
behind
in
it?
the. Yeah, I was gonna
So
say,
you
is
closed
it
it on it,
stuck
so
in
it's
the
like
door?
on it, and it's like it's
Yeah,
open, and it's
I
like, and it's trying to like get through as it's like pulling through. So basically, this droid is going to have to use both of its maneuvers next turn to get itself
Basically,
out of
he's
the door.
stuck in the. In
Yeah,
the door.
and then it'll be 1-on-1 with you, while the other one on the outside is stuck outside. So going to
Nice.
their turn
Wait, it's 1-on-1 with me.
and
And the
a
stuck
damaged
one?
droid. Yeah.
Okay.
So
But I'm in the doorway of the med bay, right? Or was
well,
he
you're in
chasing
the
me?
med bay itself.
There's
Oh, right,
only the
okay.
droid that's on its belly right now. The other one's locked out.
Correct. Like, so it's my turn, right? I got 2 NPCs. The one that's getting slammed in the door is going to use both of its maneuvers to unstuck itself and move itself into the med bay to come at you after the damage is taken. The doors will then finish shutting behind you, locking the other droid out, who then walks up to the door, looks at it, assesses it before it starts walking out and making its way toward the bridge.
Uh-oh.
Those are both those NPCs. Which brings us back to
Wade.
top of the order. Wade, you have a swing and a blue die on this attack.
You have
Yep.
a hope and a dream.
I'm going to use my maneuver to aim to get another blue die because I feel like
Okay.
I need the help.
So steadying your feet and bringing your practice saber closer to your hips, you prepare yourself to kind of re-square up now that he's thrown off and you have advantage.
Yep.
Remember, it's purple and 2 purples, but an upgrade.
2 purples and an upgrade. I've got
Like
2
use a
blue
light side
dice.
point.
I'm not going to use the light side point just
Okay.
yet since we only have 1. I feel like
Go
I
ahead.
might need that. So
Sure.
All right. Well, I guess that's all she wrote. Let's take a swing. Could really use a hit right now, game. Okay.
Hype train is where this. We need hype train for Wade for this one.
Save me.
Well, it's 2 blue, 2 green, and a yellow versus 1 purple and 1 red.
I
And-
knew the moment Pat was like, Scott, you got rid of the curse. I was like, no, it's just moved on to one of us.
He's wide open. His back is open as he swings and misses, and he almost catches him. He has to almost catch himself with his hand before he steadies himself. And so you see an opening on his back, and you go down to swing, but with his right hand, he hands his lightsaber off, and he holds it behind himself, blocking your sword and pushing it off to the side before you're able to do any damage, and he stands back upright. Next.
Great.
We have to get rid of one of these NPCs, by the way, because one is dead. So let's pop one.
I think it'd be the yeah. I was gonna say, I think
One of the
Well,
top
you
2.
just-
It was one of the top 2.
Yeah.
He stands up and realizing that he almost getting the better of him for a moment, he actually takes a moment and allows himself to bathe in his own pride. He begins to pace back and forth, holding his lightsaber behind him as he just grins and watches you.
I was expecting something so much more difficult. My master promised me a test. I didn't know it would be so easy.
I'm not done yet.
I hope not.
And he will actually eat his turn being a cocky prick.
He'll eat his turn. Can I eat my turn?
While talking to Wade and taunting him. However, he does leave it with one last poised question.
It's not too late. Kneel before me and I will teach you everything I know. And we can kill my master together. And with his knowledge, the galaxy would be nothing at our power.
My path is different than that of the dark side. I will not kneel.
A droid that's stuck inside with you, Bato, stumbles forward, sparking, but does go to take a swing at you. He is taking a black die on this attack, as the door did fuck up his gears quite a bit there.
Wait.
So you say
How
that
did
the droid took the first initiative slot, not him wasting the slot?
I thought there was 2, and I bopped him. Did I not? Oh, my
You
bad.
popped one. No.
PC.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, wait, I killed that.
I forgot to
droid.
move him. PC.
Ah, you good?
Well, you got rid of his piece. This
Yeah,
NPC
I deleted
slot
one and then forgot that I deleted one and
Yeah.
thought I just pushed it forward.
Scott, go for it.
No, actually, you can go first. You need to clear
want-
out you need to clear out this room.
Okay. Well, you got one coming to you. That's what I'm saying.
I'll deal with that afterwards. You're in
Okay.
immediate danger. He's got a ways to go.
So he's in engaged range with you right now.
Oh, love
just-
and marriage, love.
Can I move towards the exit back to the hallway, to the back of the
Or
med bay?
the door was shut by Krasa shutting you in here. You'd have to have him open it for you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to want to kill.
He
the
locked
droid
you
first.
in the med bay with the damaged droid.
Yeah, with a
Oh,
fucked
okay.
up droid. Yeah.
He did, yeah. He took a lot of damage.
All right. There's nowhere I can run to get back to short range.
You were stuck in a room with this thing.
You can still
There's
true
the
aim.
goal.
If you're using a light pistol like you have been, it's gonna be 3 purples that you're rolling against.
Yeah, it's not like you can't hit him. You're just a little harder because you're trying to dodge.
I'm rolling against 3 purple.
Correct.
Yep.
2 purple for engaged, plus 1 for using a light.
Using a ranged weapon at engaged. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might as well just do that then. Because at least I'll
Married
get my
with
2 up.
Children? No, that's Frank Sinatra. You.
No, I'm
I
pretty
might
sure
as
it's
well-
Married with Children. I think they're right.
Roll away when ready.
Might as well go with that. Yeah.
And you do 5, 6, 7, 8 more damage on top of it. After it's soak. 8.
18.
It's still the
Five.
weirdest thing in the world to me that in order to do damage, you have to get 1 success, but that 1 success adds extra damage by itself. That's the
Yeah, it's very
weirdest
weird.
That's their simple math.
I'm also with that advantage going to add a black die to its roll if it's
you're
not
not gonna
good.
heal strain. Okay. Well,
I would
Okay,
love to
yeah.
heal some strain.
You're welcome to add
Or
a black
wounds.
dice. It still stands, though it's looking like it is in incredibly rough shape. but there's still the next PC's turn.
Is it a maneuver or an action to use like a stim pack?
I think it's a
action.
maneuver. It's a full action.
Yeah, I looked
I
it
thought it
up
was
and talked to Bato about it on the side.
Yeah, we're
there you
talking
go.
about it already. We're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
do what you gotta do. Crossa, you're the last one left. What does Crossa do on his turn?
So now that I'm
There's no cameras in the med bay, so you don't know how it's going in
So
there.
I see
You
him in
just-
the med bay. I'm just kind of like, okay, he seems all right. Let's see. Still can't see where. And then, oh shit, where is he going? Tap, 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 tap. Oh shit, he's coming here. Ping. Okay, let's see if I can crack it. And then gonna start
Trying to hack it?
Yeah.
All right, can I please get a computer's check against 2 purple and 2 red, sir?
2 rounds.
Oh yeah,
I
baby.
do not like these.
Do you want to use a light side point?
I would
You know
love
he's
to,
gonna-
but unfortunately, if I
have
do,
two.
no, but I need it for.
There's only
Wade.
one.
Yeah, I was
only
gonna
got one
say
light
I would
side.
try to leave it for Wade right
Well,
now.
I'm not going to use a dark side point. That would be way too cruel. So
Do it. You won't. No balls.
2 and 2.
Yeah, that'd be way too cruel to give us another light side. point.
Another light side point.
damn, you rolled exactly even. You're impressive, man. You are impressive.
Considering that was pretty
Well,
good.
You still have another turn before he gets to you. He
it's
ain't
gonna
going to
take
get to you in this turn. So you've got time. All right, that goes to the NPC's
could I
turn.
have done something with my maneuver? At
What would
the
you like to
same
do?
Time? Well, I'm just thinking. So, like, can you describe the bridge to me really quickly?
Yeah, it's just an arc that has like a bridged window, and it's just computer terminals across, and in the center, a little raised is where the pilot would sit. It's just computer terminals, basically. I don't know what you're looking for exactly here.
Maybe if I can move into some degree of cover, so we try to take aim from a
Yeah,
distance.
you can hop over the terminals and sit on the other side. You're going to be close to the windows that are in open space,
would
but
I
you're not
still be
getting
able to
sucked up.
access them?
Yes, but it would be. I would give you a couple black die because you're doing it upside down.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait to do that next time when I can
Okay.
then apply black dice next time. All right.
Okay.
But can't you also do your maneuver after your action?
Yeah, but I have. He's not here yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
right,
got a
I'm
couple
saying,
turns.
his
next
way.
time you can do the computers.
Yeah, and then jump over. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can actually,
Okay.
I can actually just strain and do a double action, so I can actually get really good cover.
I have a quick
Is there-
question that matters a lot as to what I'm going to do here. If I reach max wound threshold, I'm not knocked out right away, right? I have to get 1 over.
I think at max you drop.
I think you drop and then you start taking critical hits.
You start taking.
You
wounds.
do that, but I thought it was 1 over max that you go unconscious. Is it at max?
If anybody can look real quick while I just do the next 2 NPC turns, you're
Well, I
welcome
have
to.
access to books now that my office is set up. I'll
Oh,
grab
yeah.
my book.
Go
And
for it,
I'm
Mike.
pretty sure it becomes wound afterwards, but it might just be unconscious. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
yeah. We'll take a look here in a minute. So this is bottom of the order. Who hasn't gone on my turn yet? Who are we missing on mine? Not
the 2 droids.
just the 2 droids, the one in the room and the one walking. So the one walking to Scott is just going to move to range bands. He's not there yet. And the one attacking you is going to take a black die on this attack, correct?
Yes.
Could always use a dark side point.
And he also has another black die on top of it because of being so damaged from the door. I could use a dark side point, and you know what? I will use a dark side point.
You're being too kind.
I know, but I'll
Too
upgrade.
kind, trying to hurt.
I'm gonna downgrade the difficulty to hit you with this thing. And I gotta look up one of these things, one of these talents here. It's 164, I think.
Sith stab. Basically,
You're
he's
right.
gonna
No,
kill
not
Bata.
Sith
stab.
If you, it says, when you have suffered strain greater than his strain threshold, so I guess
Not
greater
strain,
than
wounds.
means 1 more than. So you're not wrong
Wounds.
there, Wade. He becomes incapacitated until his strain is reduced so that it no longer exceeds his strain threshold. He is likely unconscious or maybe just so dazed and staggered that he is completely unaware of his surroundings and unable to interact. So that
advantage.
means you fucked.
That's
So
hilarious.
wounds,
Okay.
it's the number. Strain, it's 1 more than.
Yeah, it says
So-
exceeds. It explicitly says exceeds.
On
Bato.
both or just strain?
Correct. Yeah, and if only when it's wounds does it start becoming critical.
So
Yes, sir.
that still doesn't answer my. So I have to exceed wounds or strain or both.
Exceed. We're talking specifically about strain.
No,
when you
wounds.
No, we were
exceed-
talking about wounds.
Okay, so wounds, you start taking critical hits.
Yeah, you're still up, right? But he's still.
Let me confirm that. I'm sorry. I thought you asked me about strain before.
No.
so-
Wounds.
No,
Let me go
wounds.
back to wounds.
And while he's doing that, Bato, you take 6, 7, 8, and how much is your soak again?
4.
4.
However,
So
with
you're gonna
that-
take 6 damage.
With that
Right.
threat,
Pierce
can
2 on
I?
this weapon.
With that threat, can I use it to lose benefit of your last maneuver?
Yes. I also can just tell you he's so close to dead. If you just let him take it a strain, he's gonna fall over.
Okay, I'll
The
just do that
strain
then.
is straight damage unless he's a
Oh,
nemesis.
I forget about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's it. Just
I'll
basically
do
he
that
takes the
then.
free damage.
As
and so
as the
force spike
last thing.
hits you for a total of 6 damage after your soak. What are you at now for wounds?
It was 6 damage after
6
soak.
after soak, yes, because
I'm
he has
at
pierce
10.
2. Out of
Where the hell did that just go?
13.
okay,
just
so
had
you're
that-
really fucking hurt, and we see Bato like hunched over with just wounds across his armor, open areas.
I was gonna say I want to take it on the shoulder, but the full damage of impact
Yeah,
still hits
but
me.
as soon as he hits you in the shoulder and he even leans into it, the droid's body actually loses power, and that last bit of force is just from his body pushing as he goes deactive from that. With the force spike just
I
stuck
still
in your
want to take
shoulder.
it, just all my Beskar armor, but the full blunt of just all of that
Yeah.
electricity just still hits me.
and it does, and you just left breathing heavily. That's his turn. It now goes to the top of the order, which is the first
Wade.
PC who would like to take it. That's also going to remove that droid.
Wait, did we have Crossica?
Not yet.
This is the same.
You
This is
did
the
go.
same round.
This is the same round.
This is the same round. We're not done with the round yet.
By the way, since you stepped away,
Two droids.
the last droid coming to you moved up 2 bands, but he was still not to you yet.
Oh, okay, that's why I haven't gone here. Okay.
Wade,
No one's gone. We're just now starting the next round.
go ahead. Are you taking the first slot, Wade?
Well, Scott, did you find my answer?
Okay, yeah. So exceeding wound threshold. When a PC sorry, let me talk into my mic. When a PC suffers wounds greater than his threshold, so let's say it's 12, 13 or more, he is knocked out and incapacitated until his wounds are reduced so that they are no longer exceed the threshold, likely through healing. He also immediately suffers 1 critical injury. In some rare and dire
so
circumstances,
exceeds is the key word.
So I have
if you hit,
to go
you're-
over my threshold.
So if
if
you're,
you're-
what is your threshold?
13.
When you hit
so
14?
if you hit 14, you're down.
Okay, so if I get to 13, I'm still okay. It's just one more hit. If I
Yes,
get
there you
spat
go.
on,
Okay.
I'm done. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to go and I will try to hit again.
Okay.
I will take aim. God, I might use a light side point to try to hit here because I need some help.
Mike, just a regular dumb question.
Sure.
Can I like stim pack and maneuver back out of the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the door's currently shut.
Actually,
Well,
I'm
like,
going to use
move
my
towards the cargo hold or whatever door that needs to be opened.
I'm going to use my the light side point to downgrade, so I'm no longer going against a red.
Okay. So 2 purples.
Yeah. Because I'd rather not
You
have a
you
despair
basically
happen right now.
tune the force and try to understand his maneuvers before they even happen. Honestly, like keep in mind, this is all happening within seconds. There was 3 strikes, a couple of quick clashes. The lightsaber got turned off and pushed through the body before it was turned back on to block. He stood up, he said a few words, and then Varen makes a decision, steps forward, and continues the fight. This is like very, very quick, as though even though it feels like it's happening slowly. All right, go ahead and make your attack.
Pretty bad, even though we didn't accept his offer. He's not feeling very good.
No, he is not.
All right, I'm gonna hit one at a time, right? Bam! Fuck.
Welcome
Chat,
to the
hype train.
Derelict
Hype
Show.
train.
I know, right? We need a hype
Welcome
train.
to the Derelict Show.
You move
Now
forward
you
again,
know
and
what it's like
he just
to
watches.
be.
And right as you go to swing, he just strikes the ground beneath him. Sparks fly up, blinding you, and you whiff as he steps to the side. Now he gets to go.
I gave you your opportunity.
Now he swings.
Swing, bada.
So he's
Here
got
we
two-
go. He's got a black
two black
die.
die.
Two black
Two.
die, rather. Sorry, 2 black die and 2 purples. Would you like to use a light side point to make it more difficult for him? You can use that last one to up his difficulty, lower his attack. You know, the usual.
What's
What
your
is-
what's
what
your
is
wounds
that?
right now, Wade?
One more good hit from that lightsaber, and I'm out.
Oh, what is his attack?
I don't know, man.
So,
What is he rolling, Scott? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm not even seeing it. Oh,
2 yellows and a green.
2 yellows and a green. Oh man, that yellow could be a fucking critical hit, man.
yeah, I'll use it to downgrade his attack.
Okay, so he'll get a downgrade on his roll.
No offense, Scott and Pat, but I hope you two get fucked with dark side points in this next round.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine.
I did.
Good, I'm glad.
What the hell? Why did he only roll?
Oh no, that was his roll. Sucks for you.
Hell, that doesn't make any sense.
Wade, make him drop his weapon.
quick.
It's not my turn. I win. You guys gotta go.
The heck?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
That's
really
you
weird.
fucked up. You fucked
Let's go
up.
do it over here instead. Downgrade.
So it should be what, 2 greens and a yellow?
Should be 2 greens and a yellow when he rolls. There we go. And he
Tell
misses.
yourself.
We got
He misses
advantage.
entirely. Let me look and see how I want to use those.
You
Though.
can use that as a maneuver.
Oh, he could and put distance between the two.
Is the room big enough?
It could
It
go
is.
short range, but that's as far as it goes. Is short.
His room can go a short range, but me and 2 rooms can't.
You could, but you got locked in the medical bay, which is a small room.
Yeah, you used to be able to go medium range.
Yeah, you were started at medium range.
It's
I don't
either-
think he's gonna move. I want to see if there's anything else is worth.
You can
friggin'
create a
doing.
setback dice for me. Give me a black, or else
Yeah,
you
you
can
know,
give
I'll
yourself
give
a
you
blue.
I'll give you a black on the next one.
Way
I'll
to
give
just
you a black on your next.
way to just
attack.
shoot yourself in the foot, Wade.
Like, I was just gonna open the list anyway. I was gonna choose from that
I mean, it
list.
just says perform free maneuver, or else
Yeah.
create setback, or
No,
give
no,
a blue
I'm
dice
just-
to your
Okay.
next check.
PC
Just
one
shit.
and so Krasa and Bato.
Yeah,
Bato,
Bato-
you're locked in the med bay still.
Do you want to just
Yeah.
like heal yourself and?
Yeah, I was gonna stim pack and
So the first heal is
the
a
other
straight
droid
5,
is
right?
in the the other droid is in the cargo bay still, right?
They're both down. There's only one droid left, and it's heading
Right,
towards
but
the bridge.
do I have access to both of them?
When you leave the med bay, yes.
Yeah.
One
No,
of
no,
them
no.
is in the room with me,
One
but
died in
if
the
I
med bay,
ask
one died in the
Krasa,
door. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
so they're both here.
2 of them are. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna stim pack.
Okay.
And I guess with my maneuvers, I'm gonna try and pick up both force spikes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just pick up
How
2
much
force
does a
pikes.
stim pack heal?
5. the
5,
first one.
and then the second time is 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then
Yeah.
none.
Okay.
Yep,
Wait, what do you
should
mean
only-
second time? Oh, so if I use another stim pack, it's only 4.
Mhm.
Okay.
Until tomorrow. Yep.
So you pick up both force pikes. You have them. It's not wieldable one-handed.
Right, I know.
All right. That would be your turn then. Scott, goes to you. You want to make me another computer's check here?
Yes. Is it a simple enough check for me to also just open the door for him as
Oh,
well?
super. Yeah,
I
that's
was
not
gonna
even
say
a check.
I would probably just be like, I've got 2. I don't know where the third one
It
went.
will be a computer's check, but it won't be like an action. It'll only be a simple roll
Maneuver.
too. It's simply just like, do you do it fast enough to basically get it
Okay.
open in time?
Okay, cool.
But it's simple,
So
no
first,
purple.
I'm gonna do my roll, which is
Yep.
a 2 and 2, right?
Yep.
And then I'm going to do the simple roll with the maneuver afterwards, because maneuver, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So give me 1 second. So upgrade, because I'm burning strain. That there. I'm gonna roll against this. I have nothing to burn, which is fine. It has to be for weight, anyways. Fuck
You triumphed.
you, baby.
Wait, did Mike use his dark side point to upgrade that?
No, he didn't need to.
What's
No,
your
he
strain
did.
at right
He
now,
really
Scott?
did.
3 out of 12.
Take 5 strain.
Jesus Christ, okay? I'm just gonna, it's one of those things where I see it coming around the corner, I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. He's panic sweating. But as the door slides open and you hear right when you're expecting the foot to hit the ground, you for a moment you hit enter and you just kind of like cringe, but you never hear it. And when you turn back, you just see the droid frozen in place, waiting for its next command.
what can I do with my triumph there?
What would you like to do, Scott? What would you
Make
order
it
this
break through
droid?
the room. Just boom.
After I cracked it, I then switched it over to voice command.
Okay, so it's going to take just vocal commands from you.
Correct.
Fair, done.
Awesome. So,
Mike, by the way, can you send me the specs of the force spike, like weight and all that fun junk?
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I got it right here.
And what happens if I'm over encumbered? Do I just
Probably
move half speed?
penalties to movement. Here, I will take a snapshot of it for you so you can just copy it and I don't have to tell you.
That's fine.
can I give it a command as a free action, maneuver? Like, what do we do here?
Hang on, I'm just sending a screenshot.
Sure.
I'll send it in Zoom.
And my strain's fuck.
Okay, so what are you looking for? Sorry, Scott. So you made it voice command.
Yep. Can I just give a command right now?
Yeah, you can speak a command.
Sure. I say.
It won't be able to do it until its turn.
Okay, that's fine. I say, there are many life forms on this ship, but there is only one prisoner. All the other life forms, including myself, are personnel. You will follow our commands. I fuck up the accent, but you will follow our commands.
You see its leg sit down, bring its leg down. It stands at attention and lowers its rifle, and it says just simply understood.
Okay, and that's probably all I can get away with right now, right?
Yeah, that's like your turn. You're
And then
you were able to.
I press enter to let what's his.
Yeah,
face out
and
the
all
door.
of a sudden, Bato in front of you see the med door slide open.
Did you
Well,
want
I
me
would like
roll
to
for that
say-
or no?
I would like to say,
Oh, simple computers roll. Yes.
Krasa, I've taken out 2. I don't know where the third one is.
Okay, yep.
would you tell me that you have control of the third one? Otherwise,
If I can respond
But-
at this point, Mike.
Yeah, you go ahead and respond. You guys, you are all falling out of combat now. We are going to just the last scene.
Sure.
Are we going to break first?
We are in a minute here,
Because
but-
I'm going to open that door in a second. I say, I've got the third one. It is coming to assist you. I think he needs assistance.
And on that, we'll go on break.
We'll see.
I knew it. I looked at the time and I was like, I know it. I know it's gonna happen.
Wade's
No.
gonna die. Yes.
I mean,
Yes!
probably.
Yes. Force Pike.
Welcome back, everybody, to the final hour of Lost Initiative, Star Wars Forgotten Legacy, Week 9. At the top of the order sits Wade. Wade, what do you do?
Well, my options are pretty
Run.
limited here. So,
Cry.
Varen, knowing that he's on the cusp of losing this battle, just refuses to give in. And he'll say, as he takes one more swing, I will not be a slave to the dark side again. I will pave my own path, even if that path ends today.
And so you attack.
So I'm aiming. So I've got a blue, and I'm going against a black dice, 2 purple dice, and an upgrade.
Yes, that sounds about right.
I do not have a light side point to use, so I will not use one.
I will not use a dark side of point against you. That feels needlessly cruel.
Considering I've got Scott's luck right now at the worst time.
Which means that you're going to pull through because now is the moment that you need it.
Right
This
now.
is where you roll
Bam!
your triumph.
God damn it.
Well, you can heal a strain.
Uh,
Also,
What about that hype train chat?
no, I'm just reading what I can do with a single.
Yeah, yeah.
really
go
important.
ahead.
Inflict critical injury.
I think
Must
it's
exceed
really-
That's
soak or
that's
armor.
my
That was one
weapon.
advantage.
Yeah, that's only if that weapon has like a thing of 1. I can
Activate
either
weapon
heal a
quality. You
strain or
can make
notice.
your sword a lightsaber.
I can notice something important. Is there anything important I can notice with that one advantage?
He's still standing.
That doesn't count. It's still important.
This room is incredibly barren.
So much
Steal
so.
the strain, man. You
He's
need
a
it.
You basically have to
hologram
tell
like
me. You
Luke
basically have to
was.
tell me that's how you want to spend it. If you want me to tell you something, there's something of importance to see.
We'd heal the strain, then spend 2 strains to do another maneuver to give him a black die on the attack against you.
There you go.
What's your strain at?
If I do, yeah, I'll do that.
There
My
you go.
strain is an 8.
All
My
right.
worms are an 8.
Mine was for a minute. I healed it.
Not both.
turn.
Not both.
You rush forward after saying that and looking to put an end to this fight. You swing, and he steps to the side and once again is able to deflect before swinging back. So he's got how many black die right now?
Just 2 again.
2 versus and 2 purples. That's it. Okay.
You're dead. Goodbye.
For
You will have the weakest link.
Not. Depending on how well he rolls, I might be standing for another moment.
Those things I think have vicious built into them. So
No, this one does. No, they do not.
oh, thank you, Christ.
That's it's Sunder 2 and Breach.
Okay.
Other ones do though.
Yep.
Now I'm down.
And so as you
Well, hold on, hold
move,
on. You can do bad things to him
You've
too.
got 2
you've got
strain
2.
on.
Yeah, you've got 2. You can give him 2 damage straight. You could spend it in other ways.
So I'm up to 14 because that's hold on. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. Since we do that stupid first damage.
ignore
dice is
soak.
added. Ignore soak.
Up to 10.
I can parry.
You
so I
can parry.
take-
And exactly how does that work?
I suffer 3 strain to reduce
Okay.
damage by 2 plus rank spin parry, which reduces it by 3. That makes it 6, which gets me to 14 out of 13. So now the next hit, I would start taking criticals and stuff. But right
But you
now,
go unconscious though, right?
at 14, I think I go unconscious at 14, Scott?
14 of 13, you would go unconscious.
Yeah. So I go down.
So did you parry?
Yeah, I
You
did.
did parry?
Just
So-
to keep myself from taking the critical hits. I still
No,
went
that's-
unconscious, but
Well, there was no
Well,
crit. Don't worry.
Hold on. If you parry, it reduces you to what health points?
14 instead of 16 negative out of 13.
You still take the critical hit, man.
I thought it was after you reach that threshold you take.
No,
a crit.
once you
beat
cross
the-
it.
You cross the threshold.
Oh, okay. Then you can roll a crit, I guess.
You do. It's on your character sheet. There's a tab called the critical hit. You just click on it and then just roll a critical wound that just stays there until healed.
Is there any penalty for me? Is there any reason for me to use the parry then and take the additional strain? I mean,
No.
I guess.
No, not at all. Just take
Great.
the hit.
Okay, back to 8, 16.
If he hits you again, you take more criticals.
Yeah, he can just take those 2 things as damage because God knows what the setback dice has done for me. He could
Okay,
have knocked
he
himself out
takes the
too.
2.
What if you guys opened the door? We're just both unconscious on the ground from our own stupidity.
Unfortunately, he is not
both
unconscious on the ground from it.
All right. So I'm on the critical page. I've never done this here. So what do I do? Just add?
There's a button that says roll critical, I think. Something along those
Okay.
lines. Just as long as there's no plus. Does it say plus 10 or anything next to it?
No, it's all blank.
Okay, it doesn't say plus 20 on the right. Okay, that's good. Then just make a roll. Just a flat roll. You may only act during last allied initiative slot on the next turn. So
That's the best
all.
critical.
That's like
That's
a really
good
weak critical.
It could have been bad. Like that
Yeah.
was decent.
Yep. And so
He
as you
slowed
step forward,
down, basically.
as you step forward to attack him, he very quickly steps to the side and with a nonchalant slice across your chest, is a bunch of smoke kicks up. A giant scar across your chest opens, and you fall to the ground. And the clanging of your training lightsaber hits the empty cell floor.
Did you do
Scott?
anything with the threat, Wade?
He just
Yeah, he
took
gave
two
it to damage. He just did
Oh,
damage.
okay.
Scott?
Okay, this is my hope here. I'm
Well,
gonna
he
try-
still has he's gonna fling the doors open on his maneuver.
Good, awesome. That,
So he just the camera sees Varen. The camera's behind Varen as he falls, and focuses on him as you just see his hand move up and do this, and the doors slide open, and he begins to make his way out, but he doesn't actually move any distance because that's his turn.
Bato, I want to go first, if you don't mind. I
You guys both get to go because he already took his turn this round.
Correct.
I know, but we have to still, go.
So I have an idea of activating the turrets and yelling at you to take cover. You know what I mean?
I still have to walk there.
Oh, you aren't you just around the corner?
I am.
Oh,
But
so
I
you're
imagine
not,
I-
you
Yeah,
have
what-
to take cover.
Oh,
yeah.
you mean the turrets inside the cell?
Yeah, the turrets, the 3 turrets that are there. Yeah, I want to
Okay,
activate
I got
those.
you.
All right.
I mean, I imagine I'm still a maneuver away or a move away.
He'll be occupied by that, and that gives you an opportunity to do something, right? If only on grenades. So, I will.
You want to grenade the room where Wade's body is on the ground?
No, the hallway. What's the what's the difficulty for the to reactivate the turrets? Because I already bypassed the system.
You already
I'm
bypassed it, so it's just going to be against 1 purple for easy.
All right, cool.
Basically, just to represent you're trying to do it within a round.
We know how well I do these.
Well, you never know.
I'm gonna struggle with it.
You've been fine. You've been fine this whole session, and you're fine.
Okay, so
They turn
obviously
back on.
I turn them back on, but with my advantage there. So
Make
one
him
of the
drop
things
his
I wanna
weapon.
do-
Make us drop his weapon.
I want to give him a with 3. Yes, the turrets. As soon as they go in line and start firing at him, it literally it's like, he's not able to block all those attacks so
absolutely.
quickly. Drops his lightsaber.
So what happens?
He opened the doors. That severed our ability to do stuff. So now
As soon as the
he's-
door flings open, Bato, you can actually see into there as you make your way into the hallway with the 2 force pikes over your shoulders, and the turrets raise. Vroom, and you can hear them all power up as you look down the hallway. And what you see as the doors fly open is this shirtless man in pants with a red lightsaber, suddenly just hailed by red lasers from behind and on the sides. You see him deflecting as best he can. But at one moment, he actually flips up, knocks one back, and you see the turret actually get hit and go down, leaving 2. But he's quickly overwhelmed. And as he goes to block 1, you see the laser hit his lightsaber hilt, and you see it spark as the blade goes out. And he starts getting riddled with bullets as he...
Celebrate! You just broke my lightsaber.
I know that makes Mike happy. That means you have to fix it. This means Mike. Mike's not angry. You're
is
getting
he
the lightsaber.
is he straight up
is a-
dead?
You see him riddled with lasers as
With
he
just
falls
holes?
to the ground.
He's like Swiss cheese.
He tries to run out, but he's just riddled in the back, and he just falls to the ground with, you see,
Oh,
sizzling
dude, I wanted
like
to
smoke.
stun him. I just wanted to stun him as
No.
he runs, just have it like paralyzed.
Not so easy, unfortunately. You're lucky because if Wade's character was up, nondescript, it would have just started fucking opening fire on both of them like it matters.
Great.
I did not toggle IFF.
No, you did not. There's no time. And so he falls to the ground, and the hilt rolls out from his palm and into the hallway, and you can see gentle sparks coming out of it. But that pulls everybody out of combat. Initiative falls, and Varen
I'm
is
not
in the
done
room.
with him yet.
Can I? So, am I assuming he's dead? Is it pretty obvious?
You go. I mean, if you, it looks it from here.
We can
You
try
have seen
medical
corpses
checks
smoking like that from blaster fire before. Usually, it's just from your clan's blaster fire.
As I see this, I'm gonna ask Krasa to deactivate the turrets again. Enough time for me to run inside the room and stim
Since
pack
the
Varen.
time is not you rolling a simple roll, Scott, against no purple. You're not like pressured by a round to get it up.
So I'm sorry. So I can still do it.
I want you to
Simple
deactivate the
roll?
turrets so
Yeah,
I can
simple
run
roll.
in there and yeah.
Turrets. I can't type chat.
Turrets, yeah.
So I'm gonna try to just rush to Varen and
Sure.
just I see
You hit
where
him.
he is in the room, see he's down. I'm gonna stim pack him, just throw a stim pack directly in his back.
And you heal instantly 5 wound points from that, Varen.
Oh, good. I'm back to 11 of 13.
So you're awake again, and you actually just like it's like a jolt of adrenaline that courses through your body as your eyes snap open. You're, but you can feel kind of the medicinal chemicals running through your veins, and your wounds slowly starting to heal. and standing over you is a familiar Mandalorian figure, though without the Mandalorian helmet.
I'd be holding the lightsaber and just being like, here's his, I took it, take. I'd probably just give it to you, just be like, turrets took him out, he tried to leave. Krasa enabled him. I would just check in with Krasa as well. Krasa, Varen seems to be alive again. He seems to be stable.
Varen's alive again.
Varen would like slowly sit up.
That oppressive feeling you now realize is utterly gone. It just feels like an empty.
I would still be kind of stressed. You would see, I would kind of be like looking over my shoulder.
I am. I'm 8 out of 14 stressed.
I would still be holding out the lightsaber for you to take it. Are you taking it?
Actually, no. Varen looks at it and like right away, no, he does not. He
I'll say I think it got damaged. And I imagine it's still sparking in my hand.
Yeah, you can see there's just like a couple of blaster holes in the thing.
He was taken down by the turrets.
Yeah, I think the ones that, I would look up.
Varen
seeing
actually, like,
one's completely destroyed.
Like with his pride is so destroyed right now.
Hey man, you had parry and he didn't. He also didn't have reflect either. So that deflecting was all show. He was going down.
So
yeah, Varen actually just lays back down for a moment, just like the weight of the battle and how thoroughly he got his ass kicked, and then to have the dude just walk out the door and get killed by turrets.
At this point, I'll chime in to the things and say, Bato, is Varen okay? Is he okay?
I would probably just hold the on a little transponder close to Varen's face. Tell him yourself.
No.
What?
But yes.
He's fine.
I'll be down immediately.
Krasa starts making his way down. Doesn't take you long. Like I said, maybe a minute at most. You're going pretty quick, so probably half that time. You see the scene that you saw on the cameras as he tried to leave and get riddled with laser fire and all that stuff.
I come rushing over and be like, "Oh, you're okay. Why did you say that you're not okay? He's dead."
I think he's being overdramatic.
Oh,
perhaps.
Is it?
But I've grown far too rusty. I could not even hold my own in battle for a few seconds. I heard blaster fire. You two are all right? The ship?
I imagine you look at Bato and just kind of like scuffed armor, scorched armor from all the electricity burns. I'll be all right.
I'm going to say, I've made a friend while we were here. And I'm going to say...
Imagine he comes walking in the door.
This droid, a security droid walks in with a force pike as it just holds it next to it.
I must assist him.
Yeah.
Like, I like this droid. I say we name it T3R4.
T3R4. Designation reassigned.
Perfect. I trust it completely.
I must
I
assist
trust
him.
you too, Master.
My God, you're gonna die to a droid again.
With a force pike.
Funny enough, on what ship?
I know. Hey man, Star Wars. It's like poetry.
Did you die before to a force spike?
On the same exact ship.
Character was a one of the Separatist Army droids, and stabbed me with a force pike.
A mag something.
This is Kyle.
She was
referenced.
She wasn't just Maggie's character. She was compromised for.
Yeah, she was compromised when she uploaded Grievous's personality into her.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this. Yeah.
Now that this much time has passed, Varen will sit back up and he'll take and examine the lightsaber that he thought ended him.
And you look at it, it's rather plain. Usually these types of lightsabers are given to students, those who have only recently, at least in where you come from, those who have only recently passed. It is the hilt, essentially, mechanically, it is the hilt of what is just a basic lightsaber. It is a metal cylinder with a switch. This one has a switch that goes up and down, but there's nothing special about it. There's no markings, no symbols, nothing.
Okay, so it's just a hilt.
The hilt in the crystal inside, obviously, and
right.
the ruined
parts. If I try to ignite
saber.
it, I imagine it does not ignite.
It just goes. Yep. Yeah, exactly.
It feels almost alien to hold a lightsaber again after all this time.
I would hold out the pike I found. Yeah, these things are kind of cool.
Meanwhile, it's just an electrical pike that he's crackling around.
I'll point at the lightsaber in your hand and say, "What happened? It is sparking."
An idiot must have used turrets on it.
An idiot. Who is this idiot?
Sorry, that was Wade speaking.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, since I thought I saved
It
your
must have been
life.
damaged by the turret fire. I didn't do this to it.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Luckily, we do have somebody who is good at mechanics and somebody who is good with computers. Perhaps we find a way
Someone that
fix.
has forbidden knowledge.
Only a few hundred hours of searching.
Perhaps, though it is at least customary in the clan I was in for Force users to construct and work on their own blades, though I have very little knowledge of how to do so.
With it being so compromised, perhaps I can assist you in deconstructing it. And then from that stage, you can learn it a bit more and work on it from there. This way, you know.
Perhaps, but right now I kind of just want to go back and lay down. I don't feel so well.
You know-
need stim pack.
No, I think that might be part of the reason I don't feel so well.
You have allergy to stim pack? This is very rare.
Just-
Shani.
Jolted awake with that adrenaline rush and then the realization of how rusty I've gotten and how pathetic he was.
Pathetic. I do not know. He came out of room and he was rather surprised.
At one time, I would have crushed him like an ant, but I...
Oh, you're the pathetic one.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, it is...
You know, Baron, if
accurate.
you'd like, I could try to strap a pistol to the side of that hilt.
Duct
Might
tape.
help you.
No, but perhaps whenever we get back on the ship, if we're stuck in space for a long period of time, you and I can... Or Cross, or whoever, we can spar and I can try to be less rusty the next time.
There is.
Thinking of a Mandalorian gunblade. Like Star Wars meets FF10.
There is.
It's a straight monster hunter weapon right there.
It might
Gun
be.
lance.
It might be Legends now, but there is a Star Wars Jedi who went to the gray side, kind of just left away, called Far Killer, and he turned his crystal and his lightsaber into a sniper rifle that could shoot through systems and like kill from systems, and his name was Far Killer.
I mean, I guess
Wade becomes Far Killer.
it
Is
travels
that the
at
inspiration
speed
for
of
Far
light.
Killer Base
Yeah.
in episode 7?
It's
Probably.
ridiculous. Let me see if I can find it.
To Star Killer Base, that was a bad...
Again,
Yeah, no, I think that's the
again,
thing.
it travels at the speed of nobody's gonna like. They're dead.
How, well, no,
Yeah,
how
no,
do you
sorry.
aim?
Hold
The
on,
Far
his
Killer
name
is the name of the
Oob.
weapon is used, and
Yeah.
they've had 3 owners.
His name is Jedi Oob.
There you go. There it is, chat. Far Killer right there.
There you go. Jedi,
Jedi
Oob, the
Oob.
apostate.
Oh, Oab. Oab?
Jedi Oob.
I want to say it's Oab.
Used lightsaber technology instead of a sniper rifle.
You break it at the apostrophe, so it's Oab, I think.
He was
Telling
able
you,
to
man,
kill
everything's
targets from
possible.
100 kilometers away. And since he made that is what caused him to get excommunicated. That sucks.
It's like, guys, look, I made this awesome new. Oh,
Dude, this looks like a dope weapon though. Like
Yeah, overpowered as hell.
a little bit, yeah.
anyways, this is what happens. That's what the GM does when you make a game-breaking weapon. They kick
Yeah.
you from the table. They go, well, but actually, Dungeon Master, according to the rules, you see, if I do this over here and this over here, get out of my table now.
Scott, why are you doing a Scott impression?
I know.
I'm good at them.
Yeah, also true. So, the 3 of you were left in this prison cell after kind of gathering your senses.
I never walked in
You have a
this.
droid following you. Do you just head back to the ship then and wait for what you have a few days before the hyperdrives are going to be repaired either way.
No, we don't just head back to the ship because there's other things that we can salvage from here as well. First of all, those 2 batteries would be amazing. I don't think we could just steal the weapons off the side of the ship. I don't think they retrofit onto the ship.
They're way too big for your ship.
But we never fully searched the bridge. There was another room we didn't fully search either. They checked through the crew's cabins.
They got most of the rooms. You missed a couple of small rooms, engineering in the back.
Yep,
bridge safe room up front, which is already blown open, like I said, so it's not even really anything in there. And then what else? Was that it? Was that everything? The other airlock, but
the engineering was the important thing that we wanted to check out.
Yeah, the engineering was blown out. Remember, that was the thing that
But we can still go check and see if there's anything of value there. And,
yeah, you can definitely. You said you expect pieces that might be able to help you repair your hyperdrive.
Yeah, hyperdrive or just the current situation. Yeah. Sorry, hyperdrive.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, we're not stupid moving forward. We're going to tether. So whoever's out looking at things, whether it be Crosser or Bato, depending on what we're moving, we're going to anchor them to somebody else who's staying back. You know what I mean? So we're gonna tether. So it's not.
Can we dismantle the turrets and take those to sell them or do something with the
They're
turrets?
huge.
Those
They're
are
the ones that shot the
monster
dude?
turrets.
Yeah.
They're like the size of your ship.
If anything, we have
The
these.
ones that took out dude are that big?
Oh, you mean in the security room? Oh,
Yeah.
those are. Yeah, you could try and take those down if you wanted to. I thought
Yeah,
you meant
not-
the turrets on the ship.
No, I figured those
the
we
ones that
couldn't-
kill mysterious.
Yeah, that's
Material
it would be it would be 3 mechanics check against 2 purple dice for each one. So whoever
Great.
would want to make that roll.
Who does those?
Me.
Okay, cross
good
go
luck.
for it.
Who's going to assist me, Bato?
I'll do it.
So I'll take a blue die from you. You said 2 purple.
2 purples for
3
each one.
mechanics checks.
3 mechanics checks.
Cool. I'll do all that. And I assume in the future we're going to want to take 2, mount these on the bottom side of our kind of like
Or sell 'em
Oh,
or
like outside
something.
turrets?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. That'd
Like
be
it's
kind
like
of cool.
a security system, right?
Yeah.
I love this droid we have with us. That actually makes me happy. Again, as I defend the ship while we're gone.
Oh yeah. Somebody keep on the ship while not just the engineer who's clearly not a fighter.
All right, cool. And that helps with other.
We just keep adding NPCs to have with us. on
You
the
got to
ship.
fill out the crew a little bit for ships like this. It's hard. You need like a certain size crew.
Why don't you just tell him to go get the parts that we need?
Mike, could I have used? Sorry, I didn't even think of this until afterwards. Could I have given myself another?
I see.
blue
You want to
die?
give yourself another blue on top of the second roll.
Yeah, I'll just roll a flat blue if you want, or we can re-roll everything up to you.
Just reroll. What do we always do? Just reroll everything, but throw an extra blue in there.
I should have said that prior. That was my.
That's all right. We're at towards the end of the show anyway, so it's not a big deal. So you get all 3.
Nice.
All 3 come out without effort, without any trouble. No threat whatsoever is generated. You're able to cleanly uninstall 3 of these turrets.
Well, no.
Nicely done.
Why would you get all 3? There was one that was destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
2.
but we can repair it.
He
Yeah.
deflected. Like
Yeah,
okay.
but you can just repair it. And we'll worry about that, like the details of that stuff after. Meanwhile, what's going to happen with the Twi'lek? She's just going to come back and forth between the ship, and basically with this ship, instead of it taking like 4 or 5 days to get your hyperdrive repaired, it's going to take 1 or 2. There's enough supplies here to make it happen faster, and it'll put your hyperdrive back at speed 5.
These batteries that we're inevitably going to take. What can we do?
The turbo laser batteries up towards the front.
Yeah, is this something that we think we can use those for in our ship, or? Oh, I thought
mean,
that we could do with those.
I was like, there's no immediate use that you could think of now, but there's a lot of outside the box uses you might be able to think of for it. So,
Like, we're taking heavy fire. Supercharge the shields.
oh god, that
It
might
won't last
fry your
long,
ship
but it'll
for
do
like
it
a
for
while.
now.
But yeah. It would simply be 1 mechanics check against 1 purple and 2 reds to get these things out of here safely uninstalled.
I would want her to assist me.
Okay,
with this.
she'll make the roll.
'Cause-
Sure.
yeah, well, I
she
can
has a
roll-
much
I can-
better
I can
a
roll
shot at
instead
it.
of, so a PC can do it instead of an NPC.
What's
Or
up?
I can roll because she's assisting me.
Yeah, she'll assist you and give you an upgrade.
Yeah, she gives me 2 yellows.
Sorry, 2 yellows.
Yeah, you said 1 purple, 2 red.
Yes.
Okay, and then
Is there any light side points that you can use or no?
We have
no,
0.
There's dark side points.
Okay, then
Do
don't
you
worry
want to
about
use
it.
dark side? No.
No.
Okay, I'm not going to modify this anyway, so it's just the.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Medicine.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just
why are you
must have
rolling
rolled that.
medicine?
Oh, sorry. I'm totally re-rolling that. That totally never happened, guys. All right, here we go. That's the first one.
All right, I need 1 more. There we go.
Cool.
You're able to get one of them out of the two. The other one is just 2 damage, and you're worried if you pull a wire, you might do something to cause it to explode. It seems a little unstable, but the other one seems stable enough, and you're able to bring it offline. But however, bringing it offline is only going to allow power to sit in one of the rooms that it powers off of that other turbo laser battery. So where would you like life support to remain? You have the turbo laser battery room you're in right now, crew headquarters, medical labs, or the bridge is already kind of blasted open, so that doesn't really matter.
Well, it was kind of 2 things I was thinking here, guys. And
Sure.
this is kind of a meta question. We can keep it in medical labs, have our medical droid come over here, see if it can find supplies that it likes, and maybe we can even repair it a little bit while it's here. And 2, actually, I like the idea of the prison area. And the reason why I like that is because if Wade wanted to have some emo time inside there, maybe that'd be a really good place for him to do some concentration since somebody was stuck here for.
So you want to
50
you mean
years.
hang out on the ship for a couple days?
Well, all this shit's going on for
We
a
have
while,
to
right?
until they fix it. Yeah.
A day or two.
And he's not doing anything, so either
Yeah.
he can like work with the droid or he can emo out in the corner. So it's
Yeah.
up to.
Plenty of options.
Well, I'm gonna take the first. I imagine the first night he would just sleep.
Ah,
Heal.
Yeah.
that critical
But-
hit doesn't go away that easy. Just so you know, it's gonna take a
Yep.
week and a medical check.
Okay, that's fine.
Luckily, we got a medical droid.
So I mean, it's only a day, so I'm not gonna get.
Unless anything big is
do
going to
anything.
happen, here's what's going to. The medical droid will come onto the ship and it will examine the. It will go through everything in the medical room, and it can do so much more slowly and patiently as it has the entire day to do so.
It doesn't
Basically,
need life support to do that, does it?
It's going. No, it does not.
Good point.
It's able to upgrade a good chunk of its equipment. Not stuff that seemed very obvious, but just stuff that's out of date, dirty, unsanitary, and is able to replace it with stuff that is relatively safe and useful. Basically, what's going to happen is anytime he performs a medical check on you, as long as it's on that ship, he gets a plus blue die to any medical check he makes.
As long as it's on our ship.
As
or
long as it's on
this-
your ship.
Okay.
Is he
Your
roll-
your medical bay gets a +1 blue die to all medical checks made in it.
Is he rolling raw to his character sheet yet, or is he still fluffed up from that?
He's still
basic,
fluffed up.
Okay, that makes sense. But like.
But
you
write
said-
that down somewhere on your ship character sheet.
There's a whole bunch of notes I'm gonna write
Yep.
down afterwards. So just get.
The Latorthal will finish gathering what she finds is useful and repairing your hyperdrives. And beyond that, unless there's anything specific you want to do, that astrogation check is what we need.
I was gonna say star charts, but they're gonna be outdated.
Yep.
Wade, were you gonna do it emo time in that room?
Unless there's something you guys need me for, I would heal up. I don't. How does healing work other than the critical
to be-
wound?
Oh, you. I'll look it up afterwards for you.
Yeah, do
Other
I was
than
gonna
that, I mean,
ask
just
if
like
we
strain and wounds. If I sleep for a night, how much of that heals?
You 100% strain. I'll look up wounds afterwards. We'll
That's
work
fine.
that, like in the
So
intro, yeah.
I'll sleep off for the night, and then I'll spend
Yep.
some.
Spend some time just centering yourself and focusing.
Well, he was there.
I
for a long time.
imagine I would be helping Krasa for a good chunk of the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Basically, you're all
But-
busy stripping it and going about grabbing what's useful here to get your ship back up and running again so that our good friend Krasa can make us an astrogation check.
Okay.
to get
'Cause I
out.
do want to get my strain down because it's relatively
Yeah,
high right
you
now.
it's fine. You all sleep, you all get strain down. Don't worry about your strain. We're at the end. There's no more combat to worry about knocking you out.
Well, in that case,
What we need now, after everything is said and done, is now that he has time to replot it and make that astrogation check, which I want to say was against 3 purples and a red.
Actually,
but I can't-
no. I have it right here.
Okay,
2
what
black
was it?
dice, 3 purples, and a red.
Oh shit. Why was there a black die?
He was actually originally more black die than that, but you made it easier because it was my planet.
Oh, because yes, there's no hyperspace drive here. We're actually going to shape that down to 1 black die for where you currently are positioned on the map.
Yep.
And I'm not going to. I mean, I'd feel cruel using a dark side point. There's no
I don't
point.
care. You can do it as long as we don't blow
Do
up.
it,
I don't give a
man.
shit. You do you, man.
No, go ahead and make the roll. I have no need to make this any harder.
Okay. So that's gonna be 1 black, 3 purples, and a red. Nobody assisted me last time. I don't think. Let me just double check that number again.
I do not think so.
I'm just checking. I had no blue dice. That's just me. And
I think we would assist you this time after last time we ended
Yeah,
up
I would
here.
probably try. I would probably try to assist you.
Mike told me beforehand you guys weren't allowed to. So
Because you guys don't know this area of space. There's nothing that you can
Oh.
follow or understand here. It's just a blind jump into Cathar.
Okay. End of the show. Get the hype train ready. No. All right. So, anyways, I give myself the upgrade with the with my committing strain and astrogation. 3, 2, 1.
Utter failure.
Engage.
Despair. Oh.
Ooh, but it's not a huge failure, at
Yeah, that's
least.
true. That's true.
It simply just means, I think, with that, you don't succeed, but you
The ship
technically
takes
fail.
strain.
Your ship takes a couple strain from it, and you're just gonna have to make me another roll.
Okay. I have to accept another strain to try again. And here we go. Astrogation.
About to jump, basically, and then error flashes across the screen.
Sorry, there is no hyperspace lane here. I'm trying to map out star, and this star happens to move rather quickly. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, punch it.
Punch it. Hey, but 2 advantage.
Yeah, 2 advantage, no strain on the ship, and it's not a disastrous failure either.
Can I just heal some of the system?
Yeah, you can heal some of the ship strain.
Okay. This is getting rather difficult, guys.
You're
How much time is
launching yourself.
passing between each of these, Mike?
Well, each time you jump and realize you don't end up where you are, because you should be close to Cathar. It's about a half a day of jumping where you should be, and you leap out, and you're like, we should be here, and then you're just like, there's nothing, and you're surrounded by darkness. You're like, all right, we got to be close, and so you do like another 6 hours, 10 hours, and there's nothing. Now I need another one.
So like a whole day has gone by.
Yeah, almost a whole day. After this third jump, an entire
Since we
day.
actually jumped this time, we can't do what I was thinking, so move on.
God damn it, dude.
The ship takes.
Okay, so my triumph right there, what I'd like to say is
Oh, okay.
that...
I had an idea though.
Oh, no, please. I had an idea, but you go ahead.
If you've got a better, I'm gonna hear your idea.
Because I've been there enough times before, I like the idea that we actually pop up. I'm like, we're here. Oh, shit, this is Dentamir.
Okay, if you want to go be a Dathomir, I'm game.
Nothing.
That's totally fine. So he punches in the coordinates. You hit hyperspace. Hours pass, and eventually you hear Cross say, "Oh, I think we're here." And all the stars streak again, and a red planet just goes right in front of your ship. You're in orbit of the planet instantly with that roll. Your ship takes a little strain, and before you, your gut just sinks. Crassa.
Thought this was gonna be like, I don't remember Cathar being a red planet.
As Crassa wanders off, the screen will fade to black, and we'll pick up at Dathomir.
20 minutes early. This is getting ridiculous.
We would start, and it would just not. It just is like the perfect like bookend for this episode.
We better go
Try
20
one
minutes
more
over
jump.
next time.
One more
Try
jump.
One more jump.
Oh, if you don't want to stay at Dathomir, you're welcome to make another roll. But I have a feeling Crassa might end up wanting to stay here.
I don't know. He's
What is he doing?
exploring his basement.
Did he forget that we have a show that we're doing here?
I don't know what's
I
happening.
think he did, yeah.
I don't know what he's doing, dude. There goes the green screen.
Okay. All right. He's got a blanket or a dinosaur costume there. Okay. Scott.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We
Hi,
appreciate the
Scott.
support.
One more jump.
Thank you very much for
One more
all
jump.
the new subs, the bits, all the good stuff.
goodbye.
We love you very, very much. We'll be back next Wednesday. Before we do, we got an after show to go and record. Before we go do the after show, we're going to go around the room. People can tell you where they can be found. We're starting
Scott.
with Scott. Twitch.tv/Derelict. Pat, where can people find you? What you got
Hi.
going on?
I am going to be playing Animal Crossing tomorrow because my life will slowly go down that hole, which will just be a fun
Does it come out tomorrow? I thought it came out Friday.
tomorrow night.
Midnight,
Technically.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
found my
that'll
Dathomir
be-
stick.
Oh, wait.
We're
are they still
doing
doing
one more
midnight
jump.
releases? How are you getting it?
Digital. Forehead.
Oh, that is a way to do things. I forgot
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
digital.
Technology.
It's crazy, right? Weirdest thing you've ever seen.
My armor.
But yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow, and yeah,
Sweet.
That's I don't know.
Wade, what about you, our resident Force user?
Well, firstly, I do want to thank everyone who came to the charity stream. We had a big charity stream on Sunday.
I heard you
And
raised a ton of
set-
money. That's awesome.
Wasn't
Our
it
goal was
15,000 or something?
7,500, and last I checked, we were closing in on 23,500.
Awesome, dude. That's wild.
So we
Congrats.
more than tripled our goal, and then another 1,000 after that, basically. So
Wow.
the Muscular Dystrophy Association is getting a $23,500 check from everybody. So thank you guys for that.
How many beans?
A lot.
However many's in a box. I ate. Let me see here.
While you're back there, can you dance for us?
I ate an entire box of these, so however many comes in one box.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Hey, not bad.
Literally a full box of these, including 30 that I put into a beverage and drank.
Oh God.
It's horrible. But yeah, thank you guys for $23,500 toward an awesome cause. You can find me on YouTube, Lord Minion 777, Twitch Minion 777, playing games. I gotta get back to Spider-Man tomorrow, despite Pat's protests.
Great game.
On Showdown.
Before I roll that one more jump from the stick
Dathomir?
keeps calling us there.
Unless you wanted to stay at Dathomir.
No, Dathomir actually has bad stuff in it, but I like the idea that it's so close because now Mike can reduce the difficulty of the
It is
back.
true. It is true.
So,
We've jumped from Dathomir to Cathar before and back.
Oh, see, I was just gonna have you jump to Cathar, but accidentally skip by any security and like right into the atmosphere and have to immediately emergency planet pilot.
That sounds scary.
I know.
That sounds like we go boom. Okay.
No.
And there's an atmosphere, so we actually could go boom.
You could.
Um,
Trust Pat.
My name is Derelict. You can find me on twitch.tv/Derelict or anywhere else that you want to look up Derelict. That's right. Anyways, I have 3 campaigns all in the same world that impact one another, and things are going crazy over there. Really crazy over there. They're starting to really have a heavy impact on each other. Lots of little NPC crossovers and maybe soon a PC crossover. I'm just trying to coordinate it. As you can imagine, running 3 campaigns at the same time. All PCs want to do whatever the fuck they want to do in different plots. And
Tyler?
Makes it difficult. Makes it difficult to line up. But I'm trying to make a crossover happen. We'll see if it happens. But yeah. All right. So
We got to go do an after show.
we are going to go do an after show. So I'm going to do that jump. One last thing before we do that jump. We make jokes. We have fun. But coronavirus is very real and very dangerous. So while it's always good to make jokes and have fun, everybody please be safe and practice what they're calling social distancing, which means don't cough in your neighbor's face. Take a step back. And I suppose you can do the one of these, one of these.
Don't be Florida group that's doing spring break on the beaches right now.
Or you can do one of these. There's all sorts of things you can do, like high kick.
Be healthy. Practice good hygiene.
Yeah.
We are on our own out here.
Wash your
We
hands
have
and
to
don't
fucking
touch
on
your
our own.
face, okay? Like all the politicians say, don't touch your face. Because that's what they always fucking do.
Thanks
in
for
public.
watching, everybody.
Jump. Well, Mike, what's that?
Yeah, let's
the
do it,
discount
let's do
to
it.
Jump?
What's the difficulty from here?
No black dye.
That's the only difficulty?
Wow, big spender.
Mike, I'm supposed to reduce a purple at least for a
All
triumph.
right, a black and a purple.
Thank you.
Okay.
And he's going to use a dark side point.
So bring it right back.
I'm going to use the dark side.
Nope, I couldn't do it quickly.
Do it.
I couldn't do it quickly.
Oh.
We succeeded,
Your
but
ship
we
takes 2 more strain.
Yeah, we're at 9 out of 17 strain and shipped it. All right, bye guys. I'll look up the rules for healing in a moment. Bye. Be safe.
Bye.
Everybody hold on 1 second. We're about to raid a friend of ours. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, we're raiding Krendor. Roger. Let's jump in and say, hey, Krendor. Some good old-fashioned Roger and Star Wars love. Everybody join in the raid. Woo-wee. They can't hear you.